Miller's going home. We just started.
Wow, this got off to a hot start already.
Oh, boy.
What is happening, everybody? Jake Salter here with the Cellar Sportscast, live from my garage. We're doing a live...
Super echoey.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a little
That's
echoey.
all right.
That's
all
fine.
right.
Maybe you just need to speak up a little bit more, I think.
Shut your mouth.
Well, just saying, I can only go so high on this board here, man. You got to help me out a little bit.
Who are you calling Cootie Queen?
Oh, my God.
Liquor.
Cootie Queen. I didn't know we were getting that deep this early.
Anyway, again, I'm Jake Salters, Cellar Sportscast. Alongside me is Francis Parkman.
I can wave because we're on camera.
You can wave. We're on camera. We're on Facebook Live. Hi, everybody. And then standing in tonight, Mr. Steve Miller. And then he doesn't
the peanut
even,
gallery.
He doesn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Well, now that I know I'm on video, I mean, you probably want to hear less of me and see more of me.
That's
Well,
not...
now that we're on video, I mean, we probably shouldn't have even asked you, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. But hey.
It is.
Welcome. You can join us on Facebook Live tonight. That's pretty exciting. You can also join us on Spreaker and Spreaker.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Yeah, no, we're not going streaking, Darren.
Going streaking through the quad.
Oh, my God.
Do you have a quad?
No, I don't think so. Oh. Is this a block? Is that a quad?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't.
Darren's leaning
Anyway,
back.
like I was going to say, Facebook.com/CD Sportscast, Twitter @CD Sportscast, and YouTube as well. Subscribe and follow at Spreaker.com, Apple iTunes Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. And, of course, you can always email us at cdsportscast@hotmail.com for suggestions, feedback. Tell Francis he sucks.
Francis, you suck.
Well, he didn't even need an email for that, but cdsportscast@hotmail.com.
I would prefer it, though, if you did call me a jerk in email form, because then I'd be like, oh, somebody sent me an email. Oh. And I could just get my hopes up.
At least there'd be a little bit of an email there, right?
Yeah.
All right. We do have some actual highlights tonight we're going to try to get to before the draft starts. We do have it on in the background. We'll make sure to try to get you every single pick of round one live on this podcast tonight. So before we get started, though, our show highlights, of course, are brought to you by Square One Rental Kitchen and Events, and they'd like to let you know that their cooking classes are here to stay. They have COVID-friendly in-person or virtual options. They just ran through their entire April calendar, so they're gearing up for May. And B from Deep Blue Seafood had one, just kind of giving you an example of what they do. They did a Cajun seafood gumbo. That's pretty sweet. Jambalaya and a blackened catfish, and then home-style Mexican from Maria's Homestyle Mexican Food as well. They do a whole bunch of fun stuff, so go out and support them. Go check them out at Square One at squareonekitchens.com for more details.
So while you were talking, I noticed Miller has a tall boy of Mick Ultra. It's not a 24-ounce. It's a 25-ounce.
Yeah, go big or go home, I guess.
Mick
Right?
Ultra. Like, okay, we have some people here with us.
Stuff over here.
We have some people here with us. Chris Ulmer, Darren Oakland, Derek Wilma, and Shad. Have you guys seen a 25-ounce beer before? Like in a can? Really? Really?
That's to make up for those less calories.
That's
Yeah.
that one extra ounce makes up for the calories. All right.
Anyway, get into the show highlights. Obviously, we're here for the draft, so that's the big highlight. We might have a prop bet game we get to. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Quick NFL draft preview, and we'll get to the commissioner as he opens the draft here in a bit, and we'll...
About 27
we'll
minutes.
go from there, basically.
So, should we talk about the big news out of Green Bay right away?
Let's do it. Let's do it. If you haven't heard.
Adam Schefter reported that Aaron Rodgers is, quote, so disgruntled with the team that he's told some within the organization that he does not want to return to the team. With that, before that news came out, news broke that the 49ers had actually called and inquired about a trade for Aaron Rodgers. We got a lot of Vikings fans here, so I want to start with your guys' thoughts on it.
Yeah, I guess the one place I think he's going.
The one place? Oh. Going to Jeopardy.
He's taking the full-time Jeopardy gig. That's got to be it, right? That's why he doesn't want to play anymore. That's why this came about all of a sudden.
I think the late, great Alex Trebek was making about as much as he does in the NFL.
I would hope so.
I mean...
But yeah, no, I think it's great. I hope he goes somewhere where I don't have to see him twice a year. That's fantastic.
I think you echo the thoughts of every Vikings fan out there.
I think so.
I hope he goes to Detroit and just turns them around.
Oh, God.
That would be fun.
No, we don't need any of that. But no, seriously, as a whole, though, I hope he leaves. I have hoped that since forever, for obvious reasons. So where he goes, I don't care. Just not my division.
So we have an extra mic if you guys want to come and talk about it.
Yeah, jump on in. We got an extra
podcast.
mic all night tonight. It'll be...
I see Shad eyeing
pretty
it
fun.
over there.
Don't give that guy a mic.
It's just like hard pass, guys.
He just needs to have a couple more beers first, right?
couple more beers. All right. Did you bring any sake again?
Oh.
Like you did? Oh. That was pretty good. That
sake tastes like I'm not going to work tomorrow.
it was 2 weekends ago, Shad brought sake out to the early bird softball tournament.
Ooh, boy.
Pretty good.
That explains why we got last.
He didn't even pull the sake out until we were done playing.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should have pulled it out before.
Yeah, that might have helped. Who knows?
Not the way we were hitting. That was bad. What else we got?
Back to this whole Aaron Rodgers thing. I mean, do you guys think there's any chance he gets dealt sometime tonight?
Quite honestly, I don't think so. I think
less than 1%.
Less than one.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's throwing a big stink, but they're gonna find a way to get it done. He's gonna stay in Green Bay and probably torture my Vikings for another 5 years.
He's not going to pull a Brett Favre and try to hustle his way out of there since they got his replacement last year.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Darren, you're a Niners fan. You want to see Rodgers in San Francisco?
He'd be better than what we've got and these rookies.
Then all the rookies that'll be available?
Yeah.
Jones, Lance, and Fields?
Yes.
All right. I mean, that's not. Yeah, I guess that's not.
I would totally agree with Darren on that. I mean, who doesn't want Aaron Rodgers as your starting quarterback?
The Vikings fans.
No, the
Are you
Vikings
kidding
would
me? I'd
take
take him. If he's going to my team, I'm taking him. Absolutely.
Like, I love Ryan Tannehill right now, but I would absolutely take Aaron Rodgers.
The Niners don't have a first-round draft pick after tonight for about the next 2 to 3 years, so
Right.
why not get it in?
About the next 6 years, probably.
You know, you can come sit up here and talk in the mic with us. You're talking in the chair. You might as well
Yeah.
just talk into the mic. Hi. Oh, we have a guest.
Hey, we do have a guest. What's going on,
Our
man?
first guest of the evening.
Perfect.
Tonight of all nights. Perfect.
So, do you guys remember Tim Tebow? Everybody?
do.
You guys see that news today?
I remember
Heard
him.
he's
I
still
wish
in
he would
play.
go away.
Tim Tebow had a workout with the Jacksonville Jaguars as a tight end, and there is serious consideration from the team in signing him as a tight end because apparently playing minor league baseball wasn't fulfilling enough for him.
7 years
That
ago
he
for
sucked
him,
at it.
that was a great idea.
Yeah. If he would have just converted before the draft, he would have been just
Like
fine.
everybody told him to.
Yes.
Guys, the man got to play sports for all of his fun years.
I
And
know.
got to live that way. You'd kill to be Tim Tebow.
Okay,
I absolutely would.
that's a fair point, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean,
That's-
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Still, though, he could have...
Thanks for putting us in our place, Shad. Moving
Yeah.
on.
No, not moving on. I
I'm
want
just
Tim
kidding.
Tebow to disappear forever because... Like you
so
said though,
aggressive.
if he would have just been a tight end from the get go, he probably could have made it. Just wait, Shad. Please just wait.
Here we go.
Apparently, it was half of one more beer.
I want Tim Tebow on our softball team. Come on, he'd be a riot.
Oh, that would be absolutely fun. He wouldn't drink though, would he?
No.
We'd make him.
We'd make him.
We'd turn him back
I
on
mean,
his side.
I know there'd be a lot.
Oh, geez.
No, he's married.
Married, bro.
now. I would hope it means something, but
Anyway, what I was getting at is that if you would have been a tight end from the get go, like everybody would have told him to do, he would have probably had a good 10, 12 year career. He would have been probably pretty good at it, so he'd have gotten maybe, I don't know, maybe some kind of a max deal, top end for tight end, maybe top 5, call it, just speculating.
Absolutely. If he would have, after
Probably
his
would have
time
made more
in-
money.
After his time in Denver, if he would have just switched positions and wasn't so adamant about playing quarterback,
Right.
he probably would have been a top 5, top 10.
Do you
tight
remember
end.
watching Tim Tebow's throwing motion?
It was terrible.
Good God.
so
That's why he had to run for 700
we have
yards.
a trade scenario on Facebook Live. I'm gonna try and not butcher your name, Eldon Vassler.
Eldon Vassler. How you doing, Eldon?
Says for the past few months, Packers insiders have been saying that Rodgers is very upset with the team, and he's offering a 3-team trade. San Fran trades number 3 to Green Bay for Rodgers, then trades Rodgers to Minnesota for Kirk Cousins and number 14 overall.
I like where you started with that. I hated where you ended with it.
Took a hard left turn there. Vikings fans, what say you?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
You would.
Of course I would. I would give almost anything to have a. Okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but
It's gonna be.
Real quick, Shed, who was that singing the national anthem? She looked familiar.
Ann Wilson.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, that's who it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Continue, Jake.
Yep, cool. So Kirk Cousins, unfortunately, is a top 10 quarterback in this league.
True.
It's not a lie. The stats are there. I wish you would talk on the microphone for everybody. Here he comes.
Did we finish in the top 10?
We did not, but
He was not a top 10 quarterback.
Okay, and
That sounds like something I would say.
as far as quarterback stats alone go, he was a top 10 quarterback. I understand what you're saying as far as he's not a top 10 quarterback because we didn't finish there. What I'm saying is that we've been looking for quarterback stability for a very, very long time. And
You can name 15 quarterbacks you'd rather have with the ball on third down than Kirk Cousins. He's not a top 10 quarterback. It doesn't matter what his stats are. The stats are, does he convert on third down? Does he get a touchdown? No, and he doesn't do any of those things. He's 21 for 28, and the 7 are all backbreakers every game.
But that was just last year. That wasn't the 2 years previous.
But
to
look
that
at our
as well.
track record, though, too, with the quarterbacks that we've had. He's better than any one of them that we've had in
I
the
can't believe I'm
past.
sticking up for Kirk Cousins right now.
I know. I'm not happy about it. I already said
You just want to argue with
I
me.
think the whole potential trade thing kind of scared me. I don't want him with the Niners.
I already said it was going to sound bad, and it already has. But
Can't believe I'm sticking
but here's the
up
deal:
for Kirk
like
Cousins.
if I have a chance to get an elite quarterback, an elite guy like Aaron Rodgers, and they accept a deal that I throw at them, of course I'm going to pull the trigger on that.
Okay, real quick. You said there are 15 quarterbacks you'd rather have right now than Kirk Cousins,
I
correct?
said you guys could name, not me.
Oh.
Those guys with the sports
Okay,
show.
okay.
But like seriously, there's legitimately 15 quarterbacks you'd rather have on 3rd and 7. I mean, just he's not even.
You
in
guys
your
keep
top 10
talking.
at
I'm
all.
going to write it down.
I'd say 7.
That was way more than that.
No. But
Are you writing some down?
I'm going to try and think of 15 quarterbacks I'd rather have than Kirk Cousins.
why don't we
on
just
my
On
team.
3rd and 7.
bet you Ryan
On third-
Tannehill's at the top.
On 3rd and 7? Okay, I'll start Tom Brady.
Oh well, that was easy.
Well, you said 15 quarterbacks. Said name 15
Jared
quarterbacks.
Allen.
Tannehill.
Jared Allen,
Jared
Josh-
Allen
How about
has
Josh
been
Allen?
retired for 4 years.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jared Allen could probably throw a ball as good
Are
as
you
Kirk
writing
Cousins.
them down? You got to write those 2 names down.
Aaron
Oh,
Rodgers.
yeah, I can.
Rodgers.
Yeah,
Allen.
Matthew Stafford.
Shit, I'll
active.
take Vic
I
right
think
now.
we're going
Sorry.
active quarterbacks.
Josh Allen. Who'd you say, Jake? Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers. Yep.
Can we throw Drew Brees in there, even though he's retired?
Yeah, he played last
Let's
year.
see. We had Mahomes over here. Who else?
Breeze.
Breeze.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Active quarterbacks. He's not
You want
active.
to do
I'm not
active?
last year. I'm talking about last
Okay,
year's
fine.
stats.
We'll
last
count
last
it.
year.
I'll throw Breeze in there.
Justin Herbert.
I like it, Ulmer.
On
I
third
like
and
it.
7 when the game on the line.
No joke. Matthew
Third and-
Stafford.
Yes.
I already said that.
Well, we're giving Shad the credit for it, so
I like it. That's fine.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Hate that guy.
I'm gonna say it. Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, for sure.
I'd
Oh, for
ra-
sure.
I don't know. I think he's like. I think he's like 16.
You know, Tannehill is his VORP. Fine. There you go.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson. Assuming he's playing, I'd rather have Deshaun Watson.
We'll take Lamar Jackson again.
Okay, point taken.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, we've officially established there's at least, well,
Well, that's 10.
10.
10.
I'm just saying we've had worse quarterbacks, and
I agree with you.
we have. Yeah, it is easy. Christian Ponder, Tavares Jackson.
For everybody who doesn't know, my
Rip.
second favorite team is the Vikings,
Joel-
just because I like to make fun of them.
Joe Webb. Ah, boy.
No, I think I have 11.
John David Booty. He never really started, though.
I have 11. I'm gonna think of 4 more names for this list. Kyler Murray. Hey,
Just watch
Thanks,
TV
NFL Network.
and you'll figure it out.
Where does Trubisky rank on that list?
Not anywhere near it. Okay. Would you rather
Matt Ryan-
have
Matt
Carson
Ryan.
Wentz
Matt
right
Ryan.
now?
No, you can't.
No.
But you do get Matt Ryan.
I'm putting Matt Ryan on there. But show of hands. Would you rather have on 3rd and 7 with the game on the line? Would you rather have Kirk Cousins or Carson Wentz? Raise your hand for Kirk Cousins.
Oh God. Oh God.
With the
Yeah,
Vikings,
with one
which
O-line.
one would you rather have? Cousins? So for Kirk Cousins, you're taking Miller, 1.
Yes,
Carson Wentz.
absolutely.
Everybody else, Carson Wentz. I'm throwing Carson Wentz on the list.
It doesn't matter. Carson Wentz can't do anything on 1st, 2nd, or 3rd down. Carson, if you're listening out there, I sort of apologize, but not that
Dak
much.
Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott. I got 15 right here.
Ouch.
How did
One-
it take
one-
us that
one
long
point-
to bring up Dak?
1.5 legs.
I got the 15 quarterbacks that we as a group, all of us here, would rather have than Kirk Cousins.
So
I'm
think
going
I put-
to name them all.
I put Cousins right behind Wilson.
Yep.
I'm going to preface this by saying that we might have to do this in a couple of different parts tonight because we have a good 3-hour limit on Spreaker.com, so we're going to have to take a break and then we'll come back to it after we hit 3 hours.
Nerds.
But just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. Welcome,
Yeah.
everybody. How's it going?
How's it going, guys?
Fellas.
Okay.
Grab a chair, grab a beer, and let's have some
15,
fun,
the
huh?
15 quarterbacks we'd rather have than Kirk Cousins on 3rd and 7 with the game on the line. Here's the list we came up with. Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, even though he's retired, Matt Stafford, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Dak Prescott, and I'm going to throw another active one in there. I'd rather have Joe Burrow. So we got 16.
But we only needed 15.
Yeah, well,
it goes to 11.
Okay.
Anyone? No?
No.
Cool. We need that chair. I got some other ones for you here if you need.
Yeah.
Right over here, man. I don't know what that was, but it dropped. It fell.
It's
Oh, yeah, it was my beer can.
It
I
was
emptied
a
one
beer
already.
can.
gone.
Right on. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, what else we got?
I don't know. You got the show doc open. We're about ready to kick this thing off. We got about just over 10 minutes to go here.
Do we want to do the prop game? The
Yeah, we
bets?
can do it. Why not?
We got
got time.
everybody in here. We
do
might
it.
as well.
Sounds good. So I got, I think, 4 prop bets here that we kind of want to go over. They're NFL draft bets or odds. So I have 5 teams here. Team to draft Justin Fields. Team to draft Justin Fields odds. I have San Francisco at plus 175.
They are the favorite.
They are the favorite at plus 175. Atlanta at plus 300. Denver at plus 400. Washington at plus 600. And New England at plus 700. Let's start with the San Francisco 49ers fan, Steve Miller.
I think the favorite at this point, with all the new recent developments to draft Justin Fields, is probably going to go either between Washington and New England. I'm going to have to go New England on that one.
New England.
I'm
wow,
taking
you're
New
taking
Eng-
the heavy underdog.
I'm taking New England too.
All right, okay.
Absolutely.
Actually, wait. No, my team's not on there. I was going to pick a different team.
With the new development in Denver, I got to pass on them. Washington could pick them, but they're not dumb enough to. Atlanta doesn't quite need them, and San Francisco, well, that would just be a waste of the 3rd pick. I got to take New England, too.
I wanted to pick Carolina.
Anybody else?
No, Carolina's not on the list.
No, we have
Anybody
San
else got a
Francisco
guess?
in order. San Francisco, Atlanta, Denver, Washington, and New England. Does anybody have an opinion out there?
Where Justin Fields goes.
Don't all talk at
Anybody?
once now.
Yeah. Speak up.
We do have an open mic if anybody wants to come discuss things. So
Almer's
Washington
going
is on the
Washington.
list. Yes, it
Ooh,
is.
Washington, huh?
All right.
Cool.
Anybody else? Nobody? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ryan
Fitzpatrick?
Fitzpatrick's, he's 1 year, and then he's going to go mentor some other young quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
That's pretty
Come
much
on.
it.
That's what he is now.
All right, next up, team to draft, our guy, Trey Lance. We got 5 teams again. The favorite is Denver at plus 300, Atlanta at plus 400, San Francisco at plus 400, Washington at plus 400, and New England, again, making an appearance, plus 500. France, let's start with you.
I'm going to go with San Francisco just because I think that's where he should go.
Regrettably, I'm going to say San Francisco as well.
Regrettably, until he wins you a Super Bowl.
Rob's on
Maybe
Facebook
they'll trade
Live.
the third pick for Easton Stick.
Rob's on Facebook Live says, go sports ball.
Go sports ball. Thanks, Rob.
And I think for the first bet, Eldon took San Francisco for Justin Fields.
Trey Lance. Boy, where do you go? Where do you go? You know, you guys said San Francisco, and I tend to agree, but just to be different, it'd be fun to see him maybe go to Atlanta, wouldn't it?
That wouldn't be terrible.
I'd like to, honestly, I'm picking where I think he goes. I'd like to see him go to Washington. I think he'd be a lot of fun there with Curtis Samuel, Terry
They already got a
McLaurin.
really good offense
They have
there.
a good,
I
they
feel
have
like he would
a
just
lot of
make them
good
a little bit better.
pieces. He'd be, he'd be
Here
really
we
good
go.
there.
No, it's actually I hope he doesn't go somewhere like Atlanta. He should go somewhere where he gets a start right away because sitting on the bench isn't going to get him any better. He's had his time off of the game. He should
That's
get
fair,
in and
yeah.
go play Mahomes style and just blow it up because that's what he needs. So,
But Mahomes sat back a
New
year.
England.
Yeah.
Like New England now realizes how to take Cam Newton and go a mini young version of that and turn you into Mahomes. We're good.
Right.
And New England could do that. I mean, that's where I hope he goes because I think that's where he'll be the best.
I think
Good points.
he'd learn in Washington under Fitzpatrick because you got to remember Ron Rivera was a coach for Cam Newton's MVP season. I mean, if they run that same offense, they have the pieces. I think he'd be fun to watch in
It'd be
Washington.
fine too, and they'd start him. So yeah.
Yeah, or at the very least, they'd start with Fitzpatrick, and then once the wheels fall off of him, like they do,
Week 5.
then we'd see Trey Lance.
All right. Anybody else? Trey Lance. Have an
Where's he
opinion
going?
where he goes.
Derek
to San
says
Francisco.
Derek says San Francisco. Darren,
Here comes Darren.
Here we go.
What do you got, big man? Talking to the microphone, please. You can adjust it if you need to. I got it.
Yeah, I would have to say probably San Francisco based on everything I'm seeing, especially these last 48 hours with all the crazy, like everything I follow on Twitter with the Niners, just everything's going nuts with the possibility of Mac Jones. But I think they have to realize, well, Kyle Shanahan, it is his and John Lynch's decision.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
and apparently they're the only ones in the organization who know who they're taking right
Yeah.
now. From what I've read, it's between Jones and Lance, and they're not telling anybody.
I've also heard Lynch say that he's going to let Shanahan make the final decision. So when this whole thing goes belly up,
Oh, boy.
we
But they
know who's getting
absolutely-
canned in 2 years.
They absolutely see all the fireworks that are going on outside of their
Right.
little bubble that they got, and they can't be that stupid to trade everything they traded up to go to that number 3 pick.
Yeah, they got to make it count. They got to make it count.
Mac Jones makes no sense there. You could have probably had him at 12 and just stood where you are if you really wanted
Absolutely.
Mac Jones.
That's fair, and then you don't make that deal, and it's a moot point.
Yeah.
The Niners could have moved back from 12 and got Mac Jones, I think. But
I agree with you.
I mean, the only other team that's really seems to be a threat for Mac Jones is the Patriots.
Yep,
So
the Patriots are going to do something. What do we got? 2 more bets here.
We got 2 more, but does anybody else have anything else on Trey Lance they want to get out? Nope, nothing? Cool. Thank you, Darren. Next up, our first running back drafted. The odds on that. We got Najee Harris, the favorite at minus 150. Travis Etienne at plus 150. And Javonte Williams at plus 400. Anybody have an opinion on that one? Yep.
Harris is going to go first, but Etienne is
I
going to
think
be the best out of the 3 running backs because he's got so much speed and he's shifty.
He's got. I think it'll be Najee Harris too. But I agree with Shad and Miller. I think Etienne has the skill set and the speed to set himself apart. I think a lot of it is just everybody's so blown away by what Alabama did in this last college football season.
Yeah, UA Holes pretty much stole my take, but yeah, I agree. it's gonna be Harris first, but Etienne will definitely be the.
Let's us go first, and we steal his take. Okay. I feel like more you just wanted to piggyback off our take.
Nope, but that's cool. You can think that. I'll let you think that. That's fine.
Thank you.
Hey, Javonte Williams is going to be pretty good too.
Javonte Williams is going to
I'm
be
not
really
saying
good.
they're not going to be good, not at all. And I'm just glad that I have the power to mute Francis whenever the hell I can. So, and I'm sure you're all thankful for that too.
You can't mute me though, right?
Yes, I can.
Oh,
Shut up. Next
You
up,
might want to do that after the third pick.
The last one here, first non-quarterback drafted odds. I have 3 players. The favorite, Kyle Pitts at plus 140, Penei Sewell at plus 175, and Jamar Chase at 250. It really is going to depend on need, I believe, but let's start with... I have to say... Thank you, Derek. Derek says Kyle Pitts for the Falcons. I actually had that in a couple of our mock drafts.
Yeah.
And you thought it was crazy,
The
Francis.
very first one you and I did together, you were just doing all sorts of crazy things, like thinking it was a game, and it was fun.
It was a lot of fun, and I think I'm going to be right.
Real quick, Eldon on Facebook says, I believe he's saying Washington is best for Trey Lance. And he thinks ETN will go first.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't argue with it.
If we're basing it on skill, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
What are we on now?
First
non-quarterback taken.
Non-quarterback taken. And it was.
I'm going to go Penei Sewell to the Bengals at 5.
Okay.
Because I think there's going to be 4 quarterbacks taken. Right away.
I'm going to say Jamar Chase is going to the Bengals, to be honest with you.
Okay.
They don't have any receivers,
basically. That would not be a good pick for the Bengals.
They
have you
could
seen
go Sewell.
Have you seen Joe Burrow's knee?
You know what?
That's why
here's the thing, though.
Or receiver.
With that, that's always the, pardon the pun, it's the knee-jerk reaction to when a quarterback gets injured. Is beef up the offensive line, line. He doesn't have weapons. I agree with Miller. I think Jamar Chase goes to the Bengals.
Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins aren't weapons.
But we're talking about the first non-quarterback drafted, and I think Pitts is going to end up going to Atlanta.
He's just a dynamic talent. He could easily be number 1, number 2.
Eldon's has Sewell at 5. Or Sewell at 5.
Okay, sure.
On Facebook.
I feel like they're all interchangeable. I mean, these are all top 8 picks.
A lot of it is going to depend on who the Niners take at 3.
I hope they take Chase.
I'll say it right now. If they take Mac Jones, and I've said it again before, but if the Niners take Mac Jones, there will be a mad dash to get into the top 6 picks.
What happens if the Niners did all this work and everybody's hopped up on getting a quarterback and they don't take one? Is there any chance that happens?
I mean,
any chance?
I mean, yeah, there's a chance, but John Lynch should be fired immediately if they do it. If they do that,
no, they're never going to do that.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Niners, then they pick a receiver. That makes sense.
That's fair. Why don't you come and say it into the microphone, Derek?
Yeah, but if they
it's a long ways away.
If they trade for Aaron Rodgers, there's no way they're going to have their draft picks.
You can bring your big red chair over to the table. It's fine.
I'm going to adjust that a little bit.
What are you adjusting?
Adjusting the microphone.
Oh. So Derek doesn't have to get out of his big red chair?
Oh, so people talk into it.
Oh.
Adjust it to Shad's height.
Carry the show. I don't even know where we're going with this anymore. Speaking mouth, face, football, people, beer.
Ooh, beer.
How is the food? You guys had the food.
So
How is it?
I guess we haven't discussed. Where do you think the Vikings?
Yeah, I guess we got a lot of Vikings fans here.
Unfortunately.
All right, Vikings fans, I want you to line up at the microphone. I want you to line up, and I want you to tell me who you think the Vikings are going to take at 14. We'll start with Ricky.
Well, you're going to laugh, but
hold on.
Go ahead. Don't worry, I'm used to you turning on my mic. No, I think that I would like, and you're going to laugh at me at this because it just has shades of past drafts, but I think it would be cool, and all the pundits, if you will, thought maybe Chase goes to the Vikings at that 14th pick.
Jamar Chase?
As a wide receiver.
Wow.
Or we get an edge rusher. But then I have nightmarish visions of the whole Demetrius Underwood and Troy Williamson debacle. Had to go there, sorry.
So who are you hoping they take at 14? Ideally.
Was that Payne, the edge rusher?
Kwity
Paye, yeah.
Out of Michigan,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we need an edge rusher to go with Hunter, first and foremost.
That'd be a good pick. Jake, you're a part of this show. Who do you want him to take?
I'm eating. Continue.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel like
Homer, come up here.
the Vikings should take the biggest, fattest offensive lineman they can find to make Kirk Cousins a top 15 quarterback in Shad's words.
I'll just say Elijah Vera Tucker.
All right, Diesel.
I'm a Vikings and a Niners fan, but my favorite
Into the
team is
mic.
the Vikings. So I think they should, if he falls that far, pick Surtain or that other corner. That's Dad's famous.
J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn.
J.C.
Oh,
Horn.
yeah.
Joe Horn's
I don't know
kid.
if they'll fall that far, but they should pick a corner.
See, I always
think
thought
one
that-
of them will fall down. Watch for Caleb Farley. He just had back surgery about a month ago, and he was projected to be right up there in the top 10 with Surtain. So he'll be at 14, I think, for the Vikings. I think he'd be a good pick.
I think you would too. The only problem is they got so many.
Other needs.
Yeah, and they got a lot of new corners last year too.
Homer, come on up.
But
Come on down.
I'm just
They're
gonna
down
say,
one with Jeff Gladney.
I'm going to say
getting
they take an
arrested.
offensive lineman. That's my deal.
Homer, Vikings fan. You have a Vikings sweater on. What pick do the Vikings have?
Number 14.
There you go. At least he was listening.
That's funny.
Who do you want him to take?
Into the microphone,
It's
bud.
so up in
Right
the air.
into it,
Right
bud.
into the mic.
It's so up in the air. They could really go.
Who do
any
you want
direction.
them to take?
Wow.
Who do you want?
For as much discussion of how much we
Yeah.
have disregarded to Kirk Cousins, it would be nice to get a quarterback.
Oh. Okay.
I firmly believe they're going to do what they always do and trade back. They always trade
might,
back.
because they don't have that second round pick.
What?
So they,
I have been
They
saying
love doing
that. I've been saying that for
About
3-4 weeks now.
Yep.
They always
Yes, you
do.
have.
They always end up getting quality guys.
They're going to end
later
up
on,
trading
too.
back into the first round to try to get a second round pick that they currently don't have.
Right.
They're going to take a late round first and try to get a
Absolutely.
middle.
Yep.
yeah, it just depends on how much of their capital, the third and fourth, that they can.
Sure.
They do have to be smart about when they draft too, because they don't have a lot of cap room left.
All right, other Derek, you're up. Come on. I know you're a drummer. You're not used to using
I really like the
microphones.
jersey. The
but-
jersey's
No, Jake
nice.
keeps the microwave away from me. He's going to turn me down. Just watch.
It's good reason.
All right, who do you want the Vikings to take?
Well, I have to agree with Jake on the Tucker. I think he's be a good anchor on our left side.
Yeah.
Because we have nobody on our left side right now. Who we got?
Right.
Cleveland?
Air.
Cleveland.
We have
Ezra
air.
Are we going to move O'Neal over the left side?
I want to see him
I
take
don't know, man.
Darrisaw or Vera Tucker, or if they move into
Yeah.
this, or if they move back and get a second round pick, take Dylan Radins in the second
Yeah.
round.
I like the
and
corners
and
of
get
Dan, too.
and get an
take
edge
that,
rusher or
That
get a
would be-
cornerback in the first round. But I think it's got to be O lineman or an edge
I know we're
rusher
talking
in my opinion.
Zimmerman, if he had his choice, would be picking a corner. We
Absolutely.
all know this.
Absolutely.
He loves corners.
Well,
I don't know
well,
what's his
how long-
problem, but
No
What
joke,
that'd be
man.
8 years in a row?
yeah. Probably.
I think you take a defensive back in the first
but
round.
I don't want to talk about
if
it.
the tackle's not there, you move back.
Sure.
Absolutely.
You have to.
Agreed.
We have no second round pick because Spillman with his wonderful trades.
Right.
You know,
But like I said, I think if the player is, if they feel like the player is going to be there later in the first, they're going to pull a trigger on a trade somewhere. It's hard for me to figure out who the trade partner would be, though.
You had Indianapolis in
Yeah.
the mock draft that we did, and
Indianapolis doesn't have their first rounder, right?
yes, they do.
They do.
They picked 21st. It's right there on the
Oh,
screen.
there it is. Yeah. My bad.
Chicago, Indianapolis,
Hey.
Tennessee.
Reading is not one of Steve's strong points. We all know that.
Well, in his defense, neither is talking. It's fine.
Rude.
Okay, here we go. He's coming in for.
No, I was just saying, your point about the Vikings is totally right. It's totally their MO. They're going to totally trade that pick. They'll trade down for sure, especially since they don't have a second round pick. I didn't know that. There's no way they're not trading. I mean, if you want to bet, they're trading that pick. Wait, it was your idea and you want to bet?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to trade it.
It was your idea?
I know, but I don't think they'll actually
All right,
do it.
$10.
They're going to
We're
take an offensive
shaking.
lineman.
Can we gamble on
A
this
beer.
show?
A beer.
Go for
Yes,
it.
we can
Go
gamble.
for
What
it.
do you
Drinking
think?
Bud Light?
Yeah. Well, that means I got to drink whatever
Oh, man.
slew you're
That's
drinking
a good
over
bet.
there.
That's a good bet.
We're 34 minutes in, and this is already the best show we've ever done.
I'm having fun. I don't know about you.
It's fine.
All right.
Do I think
I'm
they're
assuming
gonna
the
trade back?
commissioner is going to be coming up pretty soon, so.
Should we
Oh,
take
yeah. By the way, when the commissioner comes on, we fully expect you guys to boo.
Oh, without a doubt.
Huh? You can't hear it? You can't. Wait, what?
I'll fix it in a minute.
Yeah, he'll fix it in a minute. Jeez.
You better fix it before the third pick. Maybe
so
you don't want to.
For Tennessee, it better be a defensive player. I don't care which defensive player. Just pick a freaking defensive player.
I think they take a safety. Who's the guy out of TCU?
Trevon Moore.
Yeah.
I would love Trevon Moore.
He's
he
a
would
beast.
Be awesome with
He's
Kellen
a thumper,
Winslow.
that guy.
He'd be fun. If Farley falls that far, he'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, they realistically need a defensive back.
I would be fine if Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame was there, or Zaven Collins.
Because you don't have your boy Clowney there anymore.
Yeah.
Some of them, I don't know.
What?
All the names you guys are spewing out.
Well, I've done like 14 mock drafts and we've watched some film on some of these guys, and
Well, Francis can name the 2002 entire Minnesota Twins roster.
minus 2 players, and I don't want to talk about it.
So I would expect you to know all these names.
Well, thank you, Darren. I actually take that as a
Testing
compliment.
on Facebook Live. Can you hear us again?
I will be right.
I think you can. It might have been a case of an accidental hit of the mute button by me. It might not have been.
You never know.
Never know. But yeah, so
Pocket or what?
not yet. The commissioner is yet to open the draft, which is going to be very, very soon. No, it's okay. We couldn't hear you. I mean, I could hear you, but I don't think anybody else could hear you.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, no, great points on all of it, guys. Especially the Minnesota take. I
Chad,
really think
thank you for being my first bet of the evening.
first
I know how
and
much
only
you
when you
enjoy
lose.
sports gambling.
Yes.
Sports gambling is great. You know, life is better with money on the line. I've noticed.
There will be many more bets to come this evening, I imagine. I got
Yeah.
a lot of ones.
Oh, I gotta
seeing how this whole thing plays out.
Got a lot. Where were you before you came over here?
It's not where I was; it's where I'm going.
Oh no! How much trouble are you in?
A lot.
Oh no! But then you can show her like video or audio of, look, I was doing a thing with people.
See, I was totally here right now.
Timestamp.
Yeah, so we're almost ready to open the draft. It looks like the commissioner is about ready to come out and open this thing up and get the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock officially.
I'm noticing they got a lot of people in the Jaguars draft room. I don't think they need that many. Maybe 2.
Not today. They don't need many today, that's for sure. No. Although I'm sure they're probably fielding calls from people who won't be trading with the Jacksonville Jaguars because they're like, nope, this is ours.
Well, you know, word on the street is that Trevor Lawrence doesn't really care about football, so you never know.
So okay, wait a second. So the only thing I know about college players is very little, but
They
there
go
was
to
no
college?
sports. There were no sports in this offseason, so I watched way more college sports than I would ever watch because it was like the only sport. And in one of those Saturdays, Denver was playing and Locke was in, and I don't know who they were playing against, but their quarterback was also awful. It was a Saturday afternoon. And then Trevor Lawrence played that night, and I'm like, he is so much better than either of those two guys. Right out of the gate, it is unfreaking believable. You're just like, he's a better quarterback than those two guys. You can see it just by watching.
Mentally, physically, it doesn't matter. I don't know if you guys saw his pro day at all, and I understand pro days are kind of overblown a little bit just because you're not up against anybody, you don't have anybody in your face, but you still have to make those throws.
You absolutely do.
And Trevor Lawrence made every single one of them on the run, in the pocket, didn't matter.
He threw a ball that same day, while he was running, getting tackled for his life, threw a ball to the middle of the tight end. It was right in the middle. And he threw that ball harder than Drew Lock could throw, period. And that was like his worst possible throw.
To your point, the best throw that I think he made was that 20-yard out. He threw a 20-yard out, and it was on a frozen rope right to the guy. I could not believe it. And I mean, I guess I probably should. He's going to go first overall in the draft. And honestly, guys, I think he's probably the best quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck.
And his hair is amazing.
Totally agree with you.
I said that a month ago. So, yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't listen to you.
You know, tape doesn't lie with some of these guys. I mean, some guys are hit or miss, you know, and those are the guys that are going to fall a little bit. But Trevor Lawrence, I don't think you can go wrong with him.
You'd be crazy not to.
I want nothing more than to see Urban Meyer pull an Ohio State and draft Justin Fields.
I absolutely would love that.
I want to see the heads roll.
Hold on. We obviously know number 1 is. Arguably, though, who's number 2?
Zach Wilson.
I hope it's not Zach Wilson, because if he was a Niner, that would be glorious.
How far is the gap between 2 and 3, though, for you?
Here's my gap in knowledge. I do not know who Zach Wilson is.
Quarterback BYU.
Oh, I saw him, picture of him on Twitter. That's okay. I get it.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy could definitely throw a ball.
The guy from Twitter.
The guy with the headband.
We did our quarterback prospect rankings, and I actually compared him to Patrick Mahomes. And a lot of other people, like on NFL Network, what we have on, have said he has Patrick Mahomes types traits.
Is he that mobile, though?
I would say he's about as mobile as Mahomes is.
I would agree.
Not more so. I mean, his arm talent is right up there.
Is he going to be signing an extension in 4 years for $500 million? Probably not, but you know.
If the Jets win a Super Bowl, he'll sign a lifetime
How
contract.
tall is this Mr. Wilson?
How
tall is he?
How tall is Zach Wilson? Let me check.
He's 6'2", I believe. 6'1",
Only if you're 5'3".
He's shorter than Trey Lance.
Zach Wilson is 6'3", 209.
So shorter. Yeah, he's not going to be as good as Trey Lance.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, isn't Trey Lance like 6'3", 230?
It's like 6'5" or something.
Yeah.
He's tall.
Yeah.
He's crazy dumb fast.
He is. I mean,
Trey Lance is 6'4", 227. So not a huge difference between the two size-wise.
What's your take on Kyle Pitts?
best pass catcher in the draft.
I think he's the best receiver in the draft.
Come join us.
I would put him. I would put him at three.
Come join us, only person we don't know.
I would put him at three.
I'm the stranger in the corner.
Go ahead and speak into the microphone. You can adjust it if you need to, up, down, whatever, what have you.
I'm the stranger in the corner.
Stranger danger.
What's your name? I'm Jake. This is Francis. That's Steve.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, fella.
Kyle Pitts, 2 cents.
Kyle Pitts. I love Kyle Pitts. He's the best receiver in the draft, not just tight end. I think that wherever he goes, Atlanta, that they are going to use him not as a tight end, but more as maybe a slot guy. And I really, really like his skill set as a slot guy.
You think so, Atlanta?
I think he'll probably... Ooh, we have Goodell coming to the podium.
Boo! We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause here for him to open up the draft, everybody.
From his house last year, we're about to roll into the draft to start here in Cleveland. Here's Roger Goodell.
There you go. Come on. Welcome to the 2021 NFL Draft. Come on, Cleveland.
I love how he embraces it. I love it. Yeah.
Imagine if they actually cheered for him one time.
He's like a heel in WWE.
Is he like the Vince
McMahon? Let me introduce them, even though they don't need to be introduced to Brownie fans. First, Jarvis Landry.
I love Jarvis Landry.
Hey, Jarvis, you're getting traded tonight.
Bernie Kosar.
I hope you brought a bag.
I remember Bernie had a lot more hair.
Big Joe Thomas.
Skinny Joe Thomas.
We all agree that over the past season, one thing that we missed the most was all our fans, all of you. And we can't wait. Bernie, look.
Everybody loved Bernie.
Think about
He
it.
could be the mayor of Cleveland.
And we can't wait to have all of you back in First Energy Stadium and every stadium across the league this season. So tonight, to celebrate our fans, we're going to have an NFL fan from out here that's vaccinated come up to this stage for each draft pick tonight and sit in that chair, which is a chair I did the draft from in 2020.
Awesome.
So I'm going to
I
let
hope somebody lights it on
Jarvis
fire.
and Bernie pick the Jaguar fan who comes up first.
Not with the fan in it, though.
Guys, go for it.
So aggressive.
Yeah, no, sorry, my bad.
All right, we
What
got
if
a
the
winner.
fan gets up there
We
and
got a
like
winner. Hang
sees
on one
what's on the
second,
card and
'cause
decides
I'm
to
gonna
say a
ask
different
Joe
name?
Thomas to give his little pregame speech and get you a little fired up before we start tonight. So, Big Joe.
What's up, Cleveland? How about them Brownies, huh?
God, Joe Thomas looks like he can play linebacker now.
Here we go. Here we go. Look at Joe Thomas. Here we
So I'm going to speak over Joe Thomas here for a minute.
about this night,
A
Cleveland?
report that just
Let's
came
get
in
this
off a
draft
sleeper is the Denver Broncos have a, quote, impressive offer to Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers on the table
Put the
right
Jaguar
now.
fan in the commissioner's chair.
The Denver Broncos.
Let's get that party started.
Don't do it. You're a Broncos fan, huh?
She settled in.
No, I just like to see Aaron Rodgers out of the.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I'd like to be able to root for
Time to
Aaron
get this
Rodgers.
rolling. You ready? Okay. The 2021 NFL Draft is now officially open.
Here we go.
And with that, I guess the Jacksonville Jaguars are officially on the clock. This will be fun, huh?
Yeah, why are they even gonna wait? Yeah.
Jacksonville's on the clock.
Like, how long do you think the timer's going to have to run down before it shows the pick is in?
Yes.
Go ahead. Sorry.
ESPN offers them $50,000 just to wait 5 minutes so they can do this production crap. You know they do.
Right. Yeah.
We all know who you're taking. Just give us enough time to put together a package.
Exactly.
I think the NFL draft should be conducted with just a hat full of names, and you get who you pick.
Just draw a hat. Ricky, sit with us.
What if they mess up like the Vikings did that one year and forget to turn in the pick?
There's a chance that could happen for them this year, too.
Who did they end up taking that year? Do you guys remember? Huh? Kevin Williams. That worked out pretty well for Minnesota, though, didn't it?
It did, but
Huh? I think they're probably okay with that. Kevin Williams worked out pretty well, I think, for
I have
Minnesota. From what I hear, Jacksonville is going to use up. They have 10 minutes, and I believe they're going to use up all 10 minutes. So, does anybody think it's not going to be Trevor Lawrence?
No. And why would you do that?
Any shadow of a doubt from anybody here?
No. I think it'd be fun for everybody.
Oh, it'd be real
It would
fun.
be so much fun for everybody if they took. It would be mostly fun for me if they took Justin Fields.
Oh, absolutely.
I would wet myself with excitement.
or the kid from Brigham Young. That'd be cool. I'd go for that.
That'd be like, I mean, not as cool as them taking Justin Fields, but cooler than them taking Trevor Lawrence.
Or the draft day trade back when Eli Manning didn't want to play in San Diego.
Right.
Remember when New York picked Daniel Jones?
That was great.
They found the only quarterback in the world that looked just like Eli Manning. And they were like, we're taking him.
We're taking Eli Manning's doppelganger.
Interesting. I didn't know that this is the first time in franchise history that the Jacksonville
Yes.
Jaguars are picking first overall.
Are you guys going to do the 40-yard rich run? Huh? Cellar dollars? No, you're no 40-yard sprint.
Nope.
I
don't know. I can make it 40
I don't
yards.
think we have that much time
Put a
to
beer
watch
at
any
the
of
end.
us.
Put a beer at the end of the line.
I don't want to embarrass Francis that much.
If we put a beer at the end of the line, Miller would run that thing in 3 seconds flat.
My 40 would beat any running back in this class.
He would accidentally get a football contract.
I'm still waiting for the phone to ring.
Eldon on Facebook says,
guess who's going to Jacksonville?
Has his
Not to be
number
a
one
quarterback.
as Trey Lance. Trey Lance to the Jaguars. I like it. No, I don't. I lied. I don't like that.
That's
not
terrible.
good.
You love it. You love it.
That's terrible for me. I don't want that.
We have it on record that you like that.
Shut your mouth.
For real, though, where do you think the Jacksonville Jaguars go this year? 1-15 last year, new head coach. What happens with
They
them?
got to get at least 6 wins out of the deal.
One extra game, remember.
So house that I don't know, the pretty boy that's going to get drafted number one.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor
that
Lawrence.
guy.
Is he Airbnb? What kind of is that somebody's house that like he's just
That's his dad's house.
It's his house already.
I think he's at like his parents' house.
That's a pretty tight looking house there. I mean,
It's about to get a lot tighter.
It's not Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh, that was
Cliff
sweet.
Kingsbury, no doubt.
I like when Joe Burrow got drafted. He looked like he was sitting in the living room of a trailer house.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence does not look like he's sitting in the living room of a
But
trailer
that guy
house.
can straight up ball. He's got a way better house.
That's
now.
a pretty sick trailer house if that's Trevor Lawrence's trailer.
Oh, look at that guy throw. Just the mechanics are all there.
Yeah, he's stupid good.
If you guys are watching it along with us or just following us, we do have it that we can obviously are tuned in to watch the draft and share things and thoughts with you guys. So your thoughts are welcome as well, in-house or online. We're having food in-house, so that sucks for you guys online. Hey, look who it is!
Hey! We had a celebrity just show up.
Turn the camera off.
Seth Johnson, how you doing? 4 minutes and 50 seconds left before the Jacksonville officially pick Trevor Lawrence. I think it's absolutely ridiculous for taking this much time.
It's unfortunate, yeah, because
Maybe they're still debating. We don't know.
the first 2 picks are pretty much set in stone. So,
You know, I think we should note that the Jets never know what they're doing ever. So the Zach Wilson thing might not be set in stone at this point.
Basically, at this point, aren't they just calling Trevor Lawrence to make sure he's alive right now? You're good. You're good.
Like, you haven't been arrested
Okay.
in the last week.
Dude,
have
they've
you?
had him on suicide watch for 3 months now.
Just waiting
got
for
really
waiting for him
aggressive.
to text them back. They shot him a text. Now they're waiting for the reply back.
oh my.
I like the take.
We're under 4 minutes until the Jaguars make their inevitable pick of Trevor Lawrence.
Justin Fields.
You know, the fun part about this, too, is we do have a bottom line that's kind of scrolling across while we're watching this. So if there's any breaking news, we can actually give it to you live.
Yeah.
So I hope that kind of happens. Seth, who goes first in the NFL draft this year? Trevor Lawrence.
Do you ever think that the
Dynamite drop in.
Jaguars are upset they got rid of Blake Bortles?
No.
They
No.
won a little bit more when he was their quarterback.
No, they didn't. They had one good year. They didn't.
It wasn't even his fault that they had a good year.
He was not.
Yeah, okay.
They won in spite of Blake Bortles. So,
Where did he end up going anyhow? He's a backup somewhere.
Denver, I think.
Is
Right
it
now.
really?
He's like the third string.
He's bounced around
Behind
quite a
Drew
bit.
Lock. That sucks.
Yeah, and Brett Rippon, I think.
At least so. Kelly, who's the other quarterback for Denver? Jim Kelly's nephew. He's the quarterback there. He's like the 4-stringer. You know, the guy that got drunk at a Halloween party and went in someone's house and hung out for a while.
Francis is looking it
Yeah,
up. Let's
give
give
me
him a little
1
background
second.
music.
That guy.
It's Drew. Actually, Bortles is not in Denver. It's Locke, Jeff Driscoll, and Brett Rippon right now in Denver.
Who?
He was thinking
Kelly.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly's
Nephew.
Oh, his nephew. Yeah, he's not on that team anymore.
I thought
I
he
know.
was.
I can't think of his name. I want to say it's Joe, but I don't think that's right.
Seth said if he was Urban Meyer, he would trade for Aaron Rodgers to the Jaguars.
And then take Rashad Bateman.
Yes, Gopher fans.
What do we got? Yeah.
You mean the only Gopher? Until next year when Tanner Morgan goes number 1 overall. That's a joke. Yes, you can laugh at that.
It'll probably happen now.
Hey, the pick is in for the Jaguars.
Oh, boy.
About time.
I'm on pins and needles
time.
here.
Hey, Eldon on Facebook helped us out. Chad Kelly is Jim Kelly's.
Sure.
Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
yeah. Byron
Eldon.
Leftwich, 7th overall pick in 2003. Blaine Gabbert, 10th overall pick in 2011. And, of course, we are going to get to Blake Bortles, 3rd overall pick in 2014.
So they've got a good
Two of those
history with
quarterbacks have Super Bowl rings with Tampa Bay last year.
Oh, man.
Byron Leftwich as a coach,
Unbelievable.
as the offensive coordinator.
Why can't we hear the Jaguars?
Yeah, what's...
We're not quite ready for it yet. I'll have it on in the background. We can continue talking.
My bad.
I'm eating. You guys continue talking.
It's okay. It's okay, Steve. It's not like I know what I'm doing or anything. Thanks.
You know what you're doing?
You guys are jerks.
Sorry, I blamed it on the Jaguars, not you. I just thought they didn't. The audio guy over there didn't.
4 months of waiting for the most anticlimactic announcement in the NFL.
It is, but we're going to capture it, so what the hell, right? And I think isn't the fan gonna do it? It's not Roger Goodell.
Goodell's coming to the podium. I think they're just sitting down during the pick.
Oh, they're sitting. Oh,
she's like, "What do you mean I got to get up?"
Yeah,
this is terrible.
She looked pretty comfortable in that chair.
Well, that chair looks pretty comfortable.
It does. Not gonna lie.
All right, here we go.
This in-person draft.
With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback.
No way! Oh, my.
Good pick. Oh, yeah, they're having a rager to this.
Well, the least kept secret in all of the land.
Hold on, are those his Madden numbers right there? Overall 94, 7.
Trevor Lawrence, quarterback from Clemson. I don't know what there is to say about him that hasn't already been said, so I guess we can look ahead to the next team on the clock, which is the New York Jets. New York Jets last year, 2-14, 4th in the AFC East. Head coach Robert Saleh, where do you think he takes him in 2021?
It's going to be Zach Wilson.
Well, under a normal year, if it wasn't Robert Saleh, I'd say the Jets are probably going to screw this up.
It's the Jets.
But
they're going to draft a guy that you had to tell me who he was 15 minutes ago.
What he said.
I mean, there's that, I guess. Yeah. It's certainly a possibility.
This has got Rashard Bateman all over it.
It's got Rashad Bateman written all over it.
I mean, look at that couch. That thing's amazing.
That's a pretty sweet
Why does
couch.
nobody have that couch?
You should get
Jake,
that couch.
Make that happen.
Get that couch. Sarah, get that couch.
Look at that thing.
It is a pretty sweet couch. It'd go great out here.
Yeah? Yeah, it would.
Boy, this really kind of sucks. I really don't have
This is
anything to say about Trevor Lawrence at all.
Snoozer. I mean, we talk about the Jets, how terrible they were last year.
Well, let's take a look at
they
the...
pick?
Beat the Rams to screw it up.
Who'd they pick last year first overall?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mekhi Becton was their first round
Oh,
pick.
that's
last
right,
year.
yep.
That was
Tackle
actually a
Mekhi
pretty
Becton.
legit pick. I forgot.
You guys remember having the discussion that when the Jets actually won, that they talked about how it was like the most expensive win
Yes.
as an organization because they no longer get the number one
Because
pick?
they had no more control over the number one pick. Yep.
Sam Darnold was the only excited person about that.
And he still got traded.
Which makes him even more excited.
Zach Wilson, yep.
So, yeah, I mean, look at this.
Wow, just
Jets
terrible.
first. Listen to this. Jets first round draft picks: 2012, 2018. Quentin Couples, D. Milliner, Sheldon Richardson, missed the other guy, Leonard Williams, Darren Lee, Jamal Adams, and Sam Darnold.
And none of them are on the team.
Jamal Adams is the best guy there, and he's not even with him anymore.
Nope.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
The Jets have missed the playoffs for 10 straight seasons. It looks like the Jets have made their pick.
10 straight seasons after making back-to-back AFC championships. Is that correct?
That was in the butt fumble era.
Oh, man.
With Mr. Sanchez.
That hurts. That hurts a lot.
And Rex Ryan.
Ooh. Excuse you, Seth.
Jeez. What are you doing over there, man? Butt fumble year, I think it was 2012.
16. Had to been 16. 15.
What? Where'd all the sound go?
I have absolutely no idea because I didn't touch it. So I don't know what's going on. But it definitely went down. What's going on here?
The butt fumble was November 22nd, 2012.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Thanksgiving. I remember
Thanksgiving Day, 2012, between the Jets and Patriots on NBC. It kind of sucks because we're literally waiting for the Jets to pick so we can actually have something to talk about.
Yeah, I don't have anything right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go outside when the third pick comes up.
I think if the Niners don't drop Mac Jones, me and Miller go outside.
We're gonna hug.
Jump up and chest bump.
I think you two should sumo wrestle.
Yeah, definitely not.
Miller's not small. You're not a small guy, Miller.
That's true. I mean, you're a tough guy.
We could take bets.
Thanks.
Darren looks like he falls over
We
easily.
could take bets on it, too. It'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, this could be another prop bet for us.
And not exactly what's the word? I am kind of fun.
So this is the part of the live episode where we just kind of fill. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We're here. We're having a party.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm very
Good
intent on this
Lord.
whole thing. Yeah, what?
Beer's good.
The pick is in. Who's it gonna be?
It's the Jets. It very well could be Justin Fields or Mac Jones.
Please be Justin Fields, for the love of God. For the love of God. No.
Pick is in. We are waiting for the commissioner.
What?
Still plenty of food over here for everybody. Facebook land, jump through and get it.
Yeah.
Kind of just waiting for the Niners.
Eldon says Jets trade number 2 for Aaron Rodgers right here.
Where have we seen this before? Green Bay trades to the Jets, one of their old quarterbacks.
Oh my God, hurry up.
We are at the 1 hour mark already.
Oh.
And we've been through one pick. That's
They'll-
all right. We
they'll
did start a
fly
little
through.
early.
They'll fly through now.
Yeah,
Not with
well,
the Jets, though.
you would think so, but it seems like it's taking forever.
Yes. Justin Fields, here we go. Nope.
Curveball, Jamar Chase.
Zach Wilson, who is the new New York Jet.
Are we supposed to play now? Boo.
With the second pick in the 2021 NFL Draft,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
the New York Jets select Zach Wilson, quarterback, BYU.
Really? I can't believe they took Zach Wilson.
And we're all shocked.
He looks exactly like a dude named Zach Wilson who went to BYU would look to a dude who'd never have any idea what a dude Zach Wilson.
You're like, oh, hey, your name must be Zach Wilson.
The shot in the dark is your name Zach Wilson?
Did you go to college at BYU? You certainly look
Absolutely
like
what
it.
he said.
I thought it was Zach Wilson.
It's a hard H.
Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Anybody want to bet he's going to be terrible? Because that's what I'd like to bet.
You know he's
going to be terrible.
I can't do it. I can't do it. He doesn't have 2 first names, so it's fine.
All right, Niners fans, how high is your anxiety?
I may need to leave for this, or I need some Prozac, one of the two. It's not Mac Jones, Derek.
Darren, come sit with us.
Come on. It's only fitting since the Niners are next.
Hold on, I need
It's
to
your
get a
10
beer.
minutes to
Before
shine.
we get into the 49ers discussion, I do want to let everybody know about Square One Rental Kitchens. They know that cooking dinner every night is not easy, and that's why they got Square One to go. You can pre-order delicious meals made by local food businesses, pick it up curbside. They haven't featured anything this week specifically, but just know that they are out there, and they do feature anything between like Italian to barbecue, Mexican. They got a whole bunch of stuff out there. Hot and ready options, family meals. Check back often because menus do change up weekly. See what they're cooking up at squareonekitchens.com under the Square One to Go page.
So, we
I know. I only got an 8-pack, but I'll save one for you.
No, I don't believe so.
Not sure.
Oh, that's true.
You guys can talk San Francisco 49ers picks. I got to go use the bathroom.
Real quick, Matthew Berry, ESPN's Matthew Berry,
not true. That's smoke.
posted a stock market watch on Aaron Rodgers trade scenarios. The winners, if Aaron Rodgers...
He's got the bubbly.
The winners...
It's not the Chris Jericho bubbly, but...
Yeah. So...
It's not Y2J bubbly, but
No.
it's bubbly.
Anybody but Justin Fields.
Anybody but
Justin
Justin
Mac
Fields.
Jones is a pick that's getting smashed over someone's head. I don't know who, but...
Yeah, they're coming back later though.
What? If they cut the internet, there's going to be an issue. Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it is not okay to cut the internet.
That's what they're doing.
After this pick, do whatever you need to do. Just kidding.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
Isn't it like... Why are they still working right now?
Yeah,
That's what
they
I
showed
wanna
up at 7 o'clock. No, that's
City workers in Moorhead only worked till about 2.
Yeah. So Matthew Berry posted stock market watch for Aaron Rodgers trade scenarios. If Aaron Rodgers gets traded to your favorite team, the winners are every player on your favorite team.
Yep.
Bears fans.
Vikings fans.
And Jeopardy ratings were the top 3. The losers were Packers fans, the state of Wisconsin, and cheesehead sales.
I couldn't agree more.
New Glarus beer sales probably skyrocket, though.
Probably, yeah. I'd put them in there as a winner.
That guy looks like he's like
14? Yeah.
Nice.
Jinx.
Zach Wilson just said there's no other team he'd rather play for than the Jets.
All lies.
No player drafted by the Jets has ever... Maybe Joe Namath.
Well, he was Broadway Joe, I mean.
Do you think it took him a few months to be like, oh, God, I got to go play for the Jets? I got to act like I like this.
All right, Facebook. So, who do you guys think the Niners take? They got about
Anybody
3.5
but Mac
minutes.
Jones. Anybody but Mac Jones. Honestly, if they want to be safe, pick Kyle Pitts.
Thank you.
That offense would be
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Facebook. Who's going number 3? Can't be just Eldon. I know we got more people watching, or maybe I'm just the only one watching with you. Garoppolo?
Yeah, we still got him.
That's why they're getting rid of him.
Just wait.
He can't stay healthy.
You can open it if you want.
He's decent if he can stay healthy, but he can't stay healthy.
No, it's
I said just not Justin
their pick
Fields.
is not
I
Justin
just don't want it
Fields.
to be Mac Jones. That's all.
Justin Fields and not Mac Jones.
I'd
Trey
rather have
Lance.
Justin Fields than Mac Jones. I will say that.
Open it for any pick.
Anybody but Justin Fields. I don't care if they take the fat guy from Division III, the lineman. I'll open it then.
My mom's watching. My mom is watching, and she wants the Niners to take Trey Lance. That's not surprising.
I think the smart.
Mom, all my friends say hi. Say hi back. Oh,
Hi, Francis's mom.
it was a week ago yesterday. 2-minute warning for the Niners pick.
They must be like.
They're just.
The best pick they could do here is Kyle Pitts.
If they take Sewell, like
You
that'll
know
be
that.
fine.
Shut up.
I would be okay with Sewell.
If they take Sewell,
Yeah.
they don't have anywhere to put him.
Yeah, they do.
They have Trent Williams and Mike McGlinchey.
Put him in at guard.
Move McGlinchey in at guard, I would, and then
can
put
do that
Sewell
too.
at tackle.
Pick
Here we
is
go.
in. Here we go.
Pick is in for the Niners.
Oh boy, took him long enough. All right, here we go.
I'm backing away from Miller for the inevitable freak out.
I've only ever freaked out one time during a draft, and it was a good freak out. I don't know that I want to sit next to Darren for this pick, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I know, you guys are yelling into these microphones.
Sorry.
I can only do so much.
Sorry. This is a pivotal point in 49er history.
It really is.
This guy has to be worth 3 first-round picks.
My mom thinks you guys are all hilarious. She's watching
Well,
on
of course
Facebook
we
Live,
are.
so
That's a given. Oh, what are you gonna do?
This pick is gonna set the tone for the rest of the
Not
draft.
Mac Jones. Not Mac Jones. Not Mac Jones.
they want Trey Lance.
I did find it
God.
interesting
Oh,
that
God.
Todd McShay
I think I'm getting
changed
hives.
his mock draft pick to Trey Lance like earlier this morning.
And it's Aaron Rodgers.
They've traded.
That was a joke.
Oh, I would lose it. Probably in a good way, though.
Here is the quarterback of the future of the 49ers in the hands of Commissioner Roger Goodell.
With the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance, North Dakota State.
And it is the Bison. Trey Lance, just 17 career starts. Only one game due to COVID this year. A young man from a small town in Minnesota. Couldn't get recruited by many Power 5 schools.
Oh
As a
my
quarterback,
God.
He decided to bet on himself and believe in himself. He is a quarterback, he thought. North Dakota State agreed. He had 17 stellar starts for them, and now he strolls.
Oh my Lord.
to an NFL draft.
So, those of you watching on Facebook Live, first off, you guys are about 30 seconds ahead of us. As we were watching on Fubo TV, that is what it is. But once the pick was announced, Miller and Darren took Miller's bottle of champagne outside of the garage and acted like they just won the Super Bowl. Oh my, that was fantastic.
That was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. That was
So here we are. Mac Jones doesn't go to 3. How far does he fall?
day 2.
Absolutely.
Day 2?
No, I'm kidding. The other guy is going to go day 2.
Justin Fields?
Thank you.
You think Justin Fields is going to go day 2?
Yeah. I hope he does.
Oh, I just won a $5 bet at work on this pick.
Wow.
Sweet.
Wow. We need
Well, Mom, we'll get you a jersey. We'll get you a Trey Lance jersey. Mom.
we need reactions from the Niners fans. We can't just have you go
Darren,
out there.
Get up here. You can't just pop champagne and call it good.
That reaction could have gone the total opposite way if it was Justin Fields, but we're glad that it didn't.
Well, my phone is blowing up.
I hope that the Niners don't trade Garoppolo for this year. I think he needs to.
They need to.
I think Lance needs to sit for a while, get used to the NFL game a little bit, and then pull Mahomes and come in next year and tear it up.
I mean, yeah, totally.
Speaking of the microphone, Darren, please. Can't hear you.
The only thing that you could say against that is.
Oop, hold on. Do you want to hear?
What if Jimmy G gets hurt again?
Let's listen to Trey.
2 minutes ago.
You really did?
Yeah, I really did. And it means the world. I'm super excited, blessed, and just thankful for everyone that helped me get to this point.
Well, there is a long line of quarterbacks in San Francisco. Hall of Famers from Joe Montana to Steve Young. Where will Trey Lance fit in that line?
I'm just super excited to get to work. Super excited to get to know my teammates and get in that locker room.
And what can the 49er fans expect? What are they getting?
They're going to get everything I got. I promise you that.
All right, congratulations.
So, real quick, I made a comment earlier today about there's no 49ers gear in the Fargo-Moorhead area.
There's going to be a lot.
I bet you there's going to be some
a
tomorrow.
About time.
I'm so long as it takes over the Colts gear that's undoubtedly coming with Carson Wentz being a Colt.
Yeah.
No, before Sports City closed in the mall,
Into the microphone, Darren. For the love of God, talking to the microphone.
I thought I was. No. I mean, I'm right next to it.
Here's my only problem with this. If I can make a comparison to Trey Lance, the only quarterback that's been drafted this high that's started as little games as he has is Trubisky. So that makes me a little bit nervous.
So I think Trubisky only started 14 games
in
North Carolina.
And Lance
say the same thing about Mac Jones.
And Lance has only started 17. So there's that comparison. So it makes me nervous, but
that's why they need to keep Jimmy G for this next year.
If you got it, you got it, and hopefully he's got it. So
Carl Scaro on Facebook, you say he says he doesn't understand Lance going over fields. Comment again. Tell us why. I want to hear from you, Carl.
Yeah, Carl Scaro.
Yeah, Carl. I don't know Carl. I've never met Carl.
A bunch of us know Carl.
We love Carl, but Carl, we don't want your football advice.
No, we want it, Carl.
Just kidding, buddy.
Oh. Man, he must have been really bad if I took over.
No, he was better.
Carl.
That's a debate for another day.
We called it the L pattern, the Carl L pattern.
The Carl L pattern. Carl, you were getting roasted over here.
It was never pretty, but he always got there.
Carl Scaro from the big town of Monaga, Minnesota. Yeah. Boom.
You know, now that Sports City is no longer here, though, they should really open a pro image.
Pro image would be a lot of fun.
Well,
I don't know what you're saying because you're not talking into the microphone.
I swear that I am.
Turn your chair this way so you're looking at Miller with those loving eyes that I know you have for him.
Fellas,
there you go.
Yeah. They do adjust.
Okay, we got a transition here. What are we thinking with the Falcons?
Kyle Pitts.
Oh,
it's in already, too.
Oh, Pick is in already.
All right.
Boy, they're not wasting any time.
Yeah,
good, because they wasted it already.
Never mind. Well, I mean, we
were still trying to get over Miller and Darren's celebration of getting Trey Lance.
Hey, it wasn't Mac Jones and it wasn't Justin Fields.
You both got your wish.
So
we're
both happy.
I'm happy for you. That's going to be a fun pick to watch there in San Francisco.
Do the Falcons take Chase because they're going to trade Julio?
That is a possibility.
That would be
wow.
They
okay.
could, but they could take. They could.
But
still
I think
take
they
Pitts.
still take Pitts.
They could still take Pitts and trade Julio because Pitts has the type of size and skill set you can move him outside. And I think he's got that talent.
No, don't get rid of Jimmy.
No. You got to keep Jimmy G for at least this next year.
Well, if they would have cut him in the offseason this year, it would have cost them like $2 million for their overall cap hit. Next year, it won't cost them anything.
Yeah, I'd blame Derek for that.
I know that pick got me razzled too. I'm all wet.
Yeah, that's what happens when you dump liquid on yourself.
The guy putting in your cable line outside thought we were kind of crazy.
With the fourth pick In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts.
Hey, good pick.
Florida.
Well done, Jake. Well done.
Really good.
That's a smart pick.
Thank you. Well, thanks for proving me right. Atlanta, come on. Where's
And the
the
Bengals are next, and I
doing?
could care less, so I'm going to get out of here.
If you have a tight end that runs a 4.4, that's sick.
He's going back to his chair.
Look at his.
Irv Smith? No, Jake just doesn't know how to work his own equipment. At least that's what his wife tells us.
Jeez. We're still talking about the draft here, not
Yeah, of course. It's the draft. That's what we're talking about.
How do you go wrong with a tight end who runs a 4.4 40? I like how they compare him to Darren Waller from the Raiders. Yeah. I'll show you, freak. What?
Yes, the Falcons didn't find anybody to trade with him. Well, Kyle Pitts, Florida. Did you get it figured out, Jake? Okay.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but...
Oh, my God.
Come on, see, give me this one. It's the only thing I'll be right on all night.
So Bengals are up. They're going wide receiver, right? Right?
Either that or tackle.
It's right of AJ.
All right. Show of hands. Who thinks the Bengals take Penei Sewell?
No, sorry, my bad.
Who thinks the Bengals take Penei Sewell?
I'm half there. Is that a thing?
All right. Who thinks the Bengals take Jamar Chase?
Am I the only one?
Thank you, all three of you who participated.
What about Devontae?
It's not going to be Waddle.
They like their skinny little speedy receiver.
Devonta Smith?
Yeah, the Bengals, they like their speed.
See, they still have a little bit of afterburn from having Ross as a small, speedy receiver, so I don't think they go that route. But I think they go receiver on this one.
They got to go receiver on this.
I wouldn't blame them if they went with Sewell.
I think they need to go. I think they need to go tackle. I saw a picture of Joe Burrow's knee from his ACL tear.
Looks like mangled meat.
It was not pretty. Carl says they need to go O-line here. And I agree. Yeah. I mean, did anybody see the Bengals reveal their new uniforms? They showed a picture of like... I think they're less cartoony, in my opinion.
They are.
I think that
they're a little bit more streamlined.
But they had a picture of like Burrow like sitting like in a big chair, and like his injured knee was exposed. There's like a 4-inch long scar from where he had his knee reconstructed. Like I don't understand how they wouldn't take Sewell right here. Like,
I don't understand whoever was in charge of doing that whole picture thing was like, hey, this will be a great idea. Let's put Joe Burrow right in the front with his knee totally exposed to make everybody...
Big ACL scar shown to everybody. And Bengals are taking their time on this pick. What?
Oh,
yeah, he'll be back. I want to say he was in the... was in the first half of the season, I believe. I think he only made it like 9 games until he got hurt.
Kind of going back to the Falcons pick, I feel like he's like a way better like Vernon Davis. Like fast.
Kyle Pitts?
Yeah. Fast and big and can basically run any route. Winston.
Ooh. Who? What if who's like Winston? Oh, Kellen Winslow?
We're not going to talk about Kellen Winslow.
Okay. No. Kellen Winslow Jr. had a very good early career.
He did.
And then he got hurt pretty bad.
Yep.
And then he went to the Jets. And then he did the things he did outside of football. And that's Kellen Winslow. I could see Vernon Davis. That maybe not as physical as Vernon Davis.
Yeah.
Vernon Davis was a freak when he came out of Maryland.
Yeah. He was like a prototype tight end back then, but I think Pitts is new school with that because he's faster and he's
flex tight end. You put him out in the slot.
Right.
Ooh, Bengals pick is in.
Bengals pick is in. I think I fixed the audio issue.
Sweet.
This thing went bad, so I had another one. I replaced it, and it sounds way better, I think. So
Are we taking bets on who the Bengals pick? Anybody? Dollar bills. No.
Bets on the Bengals pick? Jamar Chase.
Ooh. We already did it. You weren't in here, or you weren't listening. One of the two.
Hey, I'm with you.
I think there was I'm on Penny Sewell.
Okay.
I can see that. I think there were 2 people on Sewell, and I think one of you guys was on Chase.
Me.
I don't remember. What, Omer? Oh yeah, Derek wanted Jalen Waddle because reasons, I guess.
Because reasons.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Derek, come up here. Tell us why you want the Bengals to take Jalen Waddle.
You know what? On second thought,
why don't you stop talking for a while?
I'd rather not, he says.
Oh, I want this on air. It would be an up-down. You should make him do it.
Oh!
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell no, no.
So is that a no then, or? Oh.
So, are you going to come up here and tell us why you want him to take Waddle? You can eat up here. It's fine.
It's a table.
It's a table. It's meant for eating.
It holds food.
No, we want to know. Share with us. This. Yeah. This is so because you like his hair, you want the Bengals to take Jalen Waddle. Okay, your talking privileges are revoked. Just kidding, Derek. Oh. I love how long they drag out the first round. It's so much fun.
Well, the first 10 picks take an eternity, and then they kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. I think after this pick, there'll be a lot more action. I think more trades, hopefully. Something so you don't have to listen to me talk.
God, yes, we need something.
Realistically, though, shouldn't they make the draft like an actual holiday? I mean, we got a lot of holidays.
Right? Yeah. What's another?
Come on.
What's another? I agree.
We can celebrate Flag Day. We can celebrate the NFL.
I mean, there's a huge contingent of people where May the 4th is a Star Wars Day. Like, why can't we have an NFL draft day? You know, come on.
Hey, Miller, are you new to this podcast thing? You're not speaking into the microphone again.
Am I? No, I'm sorry. Hello? I miss you, Jeff.
Oh, here we go.
With the 5th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU.
Okay.
Good pick.
Terrible? You don't like it?
Dude, give me a second.
Yep. I want explanations.
Joe Burrow's knee just buckled again.
Yeah, we've
with
had
that
this
pick.
conversation already.
Terrible.
I don't know. Getting him another weapon, I'm okay with it. I mean, I understand.
I feel like keeping him upright is more important.
That's fine, but how many times is a quarterback going to get their knee injured and it's not the fault of the offensive line?
Well, if you get a dude who gets behind everybody right away and you could just chuck it, I don't know.
That's why they drafted T. Higgins with the first pick in the second round last year. T. Higgins is that guy.
I don't know. I like the pick, and I think it makes sense for them. I understand the offensive line stuff to a degree. But I don't know.
Their line's better than the Vikings line.
I don't fully blame that offensive line for Joe Burrow's knee injury. I just don't. Is he doing the gritty? He was doing the gritty.
Eldon bets that the Vikings trade up for a tackle now.
There's the trade up.
Does our bet trade if they trade up? Did I only say trade down? I said trade out. Maybe I meant trade down.
Trade out.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean they trade down. If they trade up, that's not the spirit.
down.
I'll
Seth.
drink one of those.
You can sit with us.
No, they're going to trade down.
Lean in.
Vikings? Oh, yeah.
I have money that they're going to trade down with Miller.
They're either going to trade down or reach for a quarterback.
Reach for a quarterback?
Vikings?
They're not going to reach for a quarterback. At this point, they'll just wait for a quarterback.
Reach. At this point, Fields or Jones will fall to him.
Yeah, and I don't want either of those.
I think Fields will go to Carolina now. But
the Dolphins
they might
what's
actually
the chalk
just
on this pick?
Trade backwards with Miami is my guess.
Go from 14 to 18?
And then maybe pick up a second.
Yep.
That's something that Spielman kind of does.
Sorry,
is
Miller,
try to
you're
move back
fired.
a couple.
You can have this one.
I don't blame you.
But no, that's where I'm at anyway on that. I think they will trade backwards.
Yeah.
I would like to see them get a good tackle that could start out of the gate, but they don't like to give away picks.
So what are we doing with the Dolphins here?
I think the Dolphins will take Sewell. Either that, or it'll be one of the Alabama receivers.
Oh yeah, that one receiver out of Alabama.
It'll either be Waddle, Smith, or Sewell. Devonta Smith. He's really good. Okay, so hands up. Who thinks the Dolphins are taking an Alabama receiver here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Darren? You think the Dolphins take
right
Alabama
here,
receiver
Jarl.
here?
Their line wasn't that bad, so I'm thinking they
Had to
would.
take care of some business. So tonight of all nights. Oh, the pick is in for Miami already. Tonight of all nights, Midco, or not Midco directly, but they came and buried my internet line that I've had out since I moved in December. And so to complete the job, they would have had to unhook everything. We would have lost everything. So I appreciate them not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay, so pick is in for Miami. Do we have any speculation? Anybody?
Weapons.
What?
I think it's going to be Sewell. The Dolphins just traded a tackle, Eric Flowers, to the Washington football team the other day. I think was that yesterday?
That was 2 days. That was 2
Couple
days ago.
days
2 days ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago?
And they moved Hunt inside from tackle
To guard.
to guard.
So I think Sewell makes sense here.
I
But
think so, but
having Tua, any one of the Alabama receivers makes sense to me.
yeah.
And we're caught watching TV.
I never, I didn't think Sewell was going to fall this low. I always thought he'd be, before the Niners traded up to 3, I always thought he was going to be at least top 3, top 4 pick. So they're getting, if they draft him, they're getting really good value. But, and he's going to be like nothing to worry about on him blocking for 5 to 7 years.
They just need to not waste it like they've done so many different times.
Absolutely.
Who, the Dolphins?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're on the right track, though. I think they've once they traded Tannehill, I guess, and got rid of Adam Gase.
Yeah.
They've been going in the right direction. Thanks, Dolphins.
For as much as Tua runs around, though, I mean, does it really matter who your offensive line is that much?
A little bit.
He's not a pocket passer.
Still need a running game. Still need guys that can road grade for you and make run lanes and maybe
some road graders.
Yeah, I mean maybe not as much pass protection because you have
Do they surprise everyone? Take a running back right here?
No.
Little Najee
No.
Harris.
That would be a
No?
waste.
Well,
that would be an
They'll
absolute waste.
Najee
Come on.
Harris and Travis Etienne will be there at 18 for him.
Yeah, but they might be trading on at 14.
Yeah, they could trade up to 14 with Minnesota.
could get our
Miami
back-
would be a good.
Hey, Seth,
a
go
good
ahead and
trade
move
partner.
that microphone more towards your face. And that'd be
You
a
mean
lot
like
better.
this?
Yeah, there you go, bud.
Oh, no.
I'm taller than you, so you're going to have to
With the
adjust
sixth
that.
pick
Here we go.
in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Jalen Waddle, wide receiver,
my God.
Alabama.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow. Is it just me or does Jalen Waddle not look pleased?
He didn't look happy about that. That is unbelievable.
He has to play with his old quarterback.
Jalen Waddle.
Shad, to answer your question, Jalen Waddle has Tyreek Hill comparisons. That's why.
What, in hair?
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is scouts are comparing Waddle to Tyreek Hill based on speed alone.
Hey, Francis, you have a microphone and a PA. You don't have to yell at
Yes,
Shad.
I do. Yes, I do. He's over there. Don't talk with food in your mouth. Don't tell me what to do, people.
Unbelievable. Ludicrous speed. All the way to ludicrous speed.
All the way to ludicrous.
They call him a dynamic returner, but does he do that? Does he do that?
Yes.
No, I'm saying, does he do that in Miami?
Yes.
You think so?
Who
Depends how
would it
fast
be,
he can learn the
him
playbook.
or like Jakeem Grant is like the other guy?
I'm just saying, if he's going to be your number one or number two guy, which he won't be, obviously, but I'm just saying if he was, why are you going to have him return kicks, too?
Right.
Now, is he an outside receiver or is he a slot?
I think he'll be an inside guy because they still have Devontae Parker. They still have what's his name, Preston Williams. I think who's a good compliment. And they have Gesicki at tight end. So I think he'll strictly be an inside or like a Tyreek Hill type where they'll move him around in the screen game like we're seeing here. You know, they'll bring him in the backfield and give him the ball. And the Lions pick is already in.
Jeez, we are going a little bit quicker now.
Those,
which is weird. Which is really weird because I feel like the first three could have gone this fast. Trade for Aaron Rodgers.
Within division.
Stop it. Just stop it.
So who are they taking? The Lions.
The Lions?
I've heard a lot of
Defensive
talk
player?
of linebacker. but I'm
Miller's
not
saying
sure.
Micah Parsons from the driveway. Who thinks it's Micah Parsons here? Anybody?
Who is it?
Linebacker, Penn State. Linebacker from Penn State.
That's what I've been hearing, but it's hard to say.
I still think Penei Sewell could go here. I mean, the Lions are in a full rebuild. Two big things you need in a rebuild are a quarterback and a left tackle.
Can I adjust my pick?
Sure.
They're going to go with Devonta Smith because they lost Galladay and they got
For what he said, what Steve Miller just said is that they go with Devontae Smith because they just lost Galladay.
Galladay and Marvin Jones.
That's a fair take.
They should go with Devontae Smith because he's better than the guy that just got drafted.
I mean,
wow. I forgot the Dolphins also added Will Fuller this year.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that, too.
Yeah.
Jake, as a Vikings fan, do you know that the Vikings only have one cornerback signed for next year?
No.
That can't be true.
That can't be true.
One's in rehab, isn't he?
Well, one's going to get fired. That's for sure. Jeff Gladney's gone. But everybody, here's the deal. We've talked about this a little bit. Everybody who's been signing these one-year deals, the salary cap went down big time this year because of COVID. So everybody's signing one-year deals and betting on themselves in hopes that next year salary cap goes up and they get a multi-year, multi-million-dollar deal. So while it might be true that we only have one-year contracts across the board, there's a reason for it. And I mean, I can't really shake my finger at getting Mackenzie Alexander for the veteran minimum to be our starting slot corner. I'm not mad about that. Not at all. Patrick Peterson, addition to Patrick Peterson, who Francis still thinks moves to safety, if I'm not
Patrick
mistaken.
Peterson, yes. Yeah. Yes. Yep.
We'll pick a safety. Just because we're
The Vikings? Think so?
What?
Yeah. Sit down. Join us.
Yeah, what did you say?
Yeah.
Yes, crack up your ear.
I mean, I know we tell you we don't like hearing you talk, but that's just at softball.
Seth is just more worried that his favorite wide receiver is going to be a Packer.
No.
I don't know if they would do that.
You don't think Rashad Bateman's going to go to the
My favorite
Packers?
wide receiver last year was
it's a
the
possibility.
receiver that got Green Bay out of the playoffs.
Tyler Johnson.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
From Minnesota.
He was on fire in the postseason, man. He was good.
But he
I mean,
did
was
miss
good all
one
year.
pass in the Super Bowl that was really bad, though.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
Thanks for bringing the cider.
And the Lions are happy. They're
Lions
jumping
are
around in their
super
war room.
happy.
I like how they have fully vaccinated draft room.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Seems, yeah.
No, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Product of the time that we live in.
Sure. Oh, my Lord.
Detroit has missed 4 playoffs in 4 straight seasons?
Yeah.
That seems impossible.
Yeah.
I brought more than I can drink.
Yeah, they made it in Kelvin Johnson's final year. Yeah, Megatron's final year.
Did you ever roll that?
Yep. No, I think that one was against the Saints.
That seems impossible.
They made it twice with Kelvin Johnson. They lost to the Saints once and the Cowboys once.
Yeah, the last one had to have been Dallas. Because remember that stupid PI that happened? That basically made Dallas.
Yeah. Oh.
Sewell. Tackle.
There it is.
Oregon.
So they were celebrating the man.
That's a great pick for him.
In case you didn't hear it, I was a little late on the sounder. Tackle Penny Sewell from Oregon going to Detroit. They all look pretty happy about it, and so does Penny Sewell, I guess. Yeah, Jared Goff for sure. I got a question about that. Do you think Jared Goff is a long-term plan in Detroit?
How many years left on his contract?
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Well, he'll have enough time to figure it out.
Yeah. I think the Lions not taking a quarterback here is telling. So I think it's 2 years, and then I think the Lions can cut him without taking on any dead money.
But if he goes 500 or so, just like
Stafford did, yeah. I mean, they'll probably
that's the
move
problem.
on. Calling it, Diesel? Okay.
I think. Okay, so we have Carolina on the clock now. I was just going to say that. Thank you, Darren, for bringing that up. I was thinking a possibility of a trade maybe with New England here, and New England moves up and maybe grabs Mac Jones. Or Fields still.
I think if
Both
the
on
Patriots
board.
move up, they
Man.
take Justin Fields.
Yeah, this could be the first trade of the draft.
It could be.
Third trade, but first tonight, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, Darren, you were right. The last Lions playoff game was the Dallas game. Yep.
Now, is the other tackle that's on the board, is he in the top 10, you think?
Who's it? Rashawn Slater?
Yeah, or is he going to fall to about the Vikings?
I think he's going to – I don't think he'll get past the Chargers.
Yeah, I think
Personally.
the Chargers and the Vikings might be after the same guy there. If the Vikings want him, I think they have to hop.
They have to do it.
And if anything, I don't think they trade up in this one. The Vikings, they trade back. They don't trade up.
Well, like I said, I think they could easily – because Miami still needs a running back.
Miami?
Miami needs a running back.
There you go,
But
buddy.
I think they'll get it at 18 because nobody's going to take Harris or Etienne before 18.
Miller suggests that Carolina is going to select a corner.
A cornerback. Patrick Surtain?
Perhaps.
Miller's got his thumbs up having his victory cigar out in the driveway.
That might be number 2 for all I know.
Smoke it up, Johnny. Your team earned it.
I just thought of that now. Yeah, Sam Houston.
Oh, they're going to get, yeah. So Eldon asked, what if Fields falls to New England? So how do we feel about Fields going to New England?
I think they take a quarterback regardless who it is. I think they want one sooner rather than later, hence why I think they maybe not now, but maybe a little bit later trade up for one. But with Lance going and Lawrence going, I mean, you got 2-3 options still sitting there.
I don't really...
Because where is New England's actual pick right now?
15.
It is 15, right?
Yes.
One behind the Vikings.
It'd be 7. They'd have to jump 7 spots right now to get Fields or Jones.
I feel like Fields or Jones are still going to be there at 15 for them. So maybe they don't jump anybody, but
they might trade to like 10 maybe.
Let's take a look at it here.
Well,
you got Carolina at 8, who could very well take a quarterback. Dallas isn't going to take one. The Giants aren't going to take one. The Eagles shouldn't take one. The Chargers won't take one. The Vikings shouldn't, but could.
They could.
I don't see any reason that New England would move up unless it's to take either an offensive tackle.
They could just swap picks with the Vikes, really.
Yeah.
They're scared of the Vikes, because Vikes do need somebody in the wings.
Yeah.
You know, they're stuck with Cousins for 2 years. That contract is ridiculous.
They're waiting for Aaron Rodgers and a trade.
I don't see that happening.
Carolina pick is in, everybody. We're starting to cruise here in round 1. Carolina is pick number 8 of this first round of the draft. The last 5 picks, I was going to look at it, but it disappeared from my...
If they take a quarterback, then I think Patriots do trade up.
If the Panthers take one?
Okay.
Trade with Denver?
Well, Denver needs one too, though, right?
Denver could take one too. Still.
Well, they just got Bridgewater.
They don't care.
But Bridgewater's not the future.
No, he's not the answer. But
here we go. Here we go.
We're not going to sit back and not choose a quarterback if we don't want one. Darnold's 5th-year option is yet to be officially picked up.
Miller if
so
it's
we'll
going to
see
be Horn or
you really think it could be Fields because he is
Surtain.
taken.
Well, I promise you, Sam Darnold's a little bit nervous here. You know, think about the tough situation now with the Jets. He gets his fresh opportunity, and here the Carolina Panthers have Justin Fields still on the board. I absolutely think it could happen, but Matt Rule has done a very nice job last year in the draft, all defense. And he hit on some big ones. When you look at what they did up front with Derek Brown out of Auburn, you look at Jeremy Chin the year that he had at linebacker. Ian just mentioned J.C. Horn. You also have Patrick Surtain. Those are 2 of the safer picks in this year's.
Pretty sure we just said that.
See last year, the whole season, they check every box.
Thank you, Daniel Jeremiah.
Production, great character.
Clearly, we're all
everything.
smarter than the
So
pros.
those 2 corners to me would be very intriguing options if they don't go with Justin Fields.
Are we in the
That would
Matrix?
just send these proceedings into a totally
Justin
different
Fields
direction
would
if
be
that
crazy.
happens. And the Broncos are on the clock now, 7 minutes and 30-some-odd seconds to that. Here comes the commissioner to the podium.
Oh, here we go.
With the Panthers choice, they took all 10 of their minutes to make it official. Let's see who they choose.
I'm going to go with Horn.
8th overall.
With the 8th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select J.C. Horn. South Carolina.
Wow.
Really?
Ulmer, nice pick. Explain yourself.
Well,
yeah.
I feel like I've seen a lot of drafts. I feel like I feel like I've seen a lot of drafts that have Surtain going to Dallas. So I just kind of hedged my bet that Horn was going to go sooner.
That's fair.
That's all right. I mean, yeah. Wow.
J.C. Horn, of course, the son of former wide receiver Joe Horn. There's a lot of kids of ex-pro players.
Yeah.
In this one.
Or we're just getting old and we've noticed.
There's that too, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't have to bring it up, but yeah.
He didn't have to, but he did,
Yeah.
and it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Is Denver on the clock?
I accept it.
Denver's on the clock.
Okay.
Denver could go so many different ways with this pick.
Well, if I think if they don't pick a quarterback, there's not going to be a lot of movement up.
That's fair. I don't think we're going to see nearly as many trades now.
I feel like the trades have already happened.
I really thought trade back.
They will trade back.
Yeah, they'll trade back. They're going to trade to Washington. Remember?
Yeah, right.
Man, that's.
I heard some talk that trading like that pick and like I think a third to like Baltimore for their 2 number ones.
For what team?
To Baltimore for their 2 number ones.
For whose 2 number ones?
Baltimore's.
Trading Minnesota trading their pick? That would be.
Well, I'm gonna.
They're not. They won't. If the Broncos, they certainly could. They could also. I think they'll take Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, that would make most sense.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and interrupt you guys here real quick because we're coming up right on the spot and I want to get it over with before this next pick is in.
Okay.
But tonight is sponsored by Square One Rental Kitchen and Events. It's fun to have kids in the kitchen, but when you do, man, do they make a mess. Let Square One handle all of the details and the cleanup with their cooking and baking classes for kids. Perfect for birthday parties and a great time for everyone. You can make cupcakes, pizza, cake pops. Cake pops are awesome. Pasta, and of course, not only are these classes entertaining, but your kid might actually want to cook for you later on. So who knows with their newfound skills. But go ahead and check them out. More information on that at squareonekitchens.com for more details. Continue with the football speak.
Okay, I was going to ask, hands up, who thinks the Broncos take a quarterback here?
Either trade for Aaron Rodgers or
3.5? Okay, who thinks is going to be
If they're sold on
Surtain or Fields?
Bridgewater.
Fuller.
You know, mental note for next year: get a wireless microphone.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Right?
If they're sold on Bridgewater.
There's absolutely zero chance they take a quarterback since they just traded for Bridgewater and they still got Locke.
But is Bridgewater really the answer?
Unless they're just using him as trade bait for a different team.
Seth keeps leaning away like you're going to give him something.
Well, no, here's the deal. If they don't, I really think that if the Broncos don't take a quarterback, you will not see a trade until about the Vikings to go backwards.
That'd be fair.
That's really what I see because
it's gonna be
there'll be
Washington
2 quarterbacks
getting
on
ahead
the
of
board.
New England.
Yep.
It's gonna be Washington jumping ahead of New England.
What about Chicago? Chicago, because
there was a little talk about Chicago, but it's more about trading within the division, and
but
we do like the Chargers. We do like to fleece the Bears.
The Chargers could trade back with Chicago.
They could. Yeah.
I think the Chargers are going to take an offensive lineman, and there's plenty of them. Chicago jumps up in front of Minnesota to take a quarterback, jumps ahead of Minnesota and New England to take a quarterback from New England.
Yeah, I mean,
Trubisky is a Buffalo Bill. Yep. They have right now. It's Andy Dalton and Nick Foles is still in Chicago. Yep.
Yeah. So, but they could if there's still 2 quarterbacks on the board, they might trade up. But if there's 2 on the board, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of trading.
I don't. Yeah.
Somebody could leap the Vikings though, just because the Vikings do need a sound backup and a plan in 2 years.
Right.
But if they could trade Kirk Cousins somewhere, that'd be great. But it's a hell of a contract.
I mean, like I said, the 49ers pick.
Nice.
The 49ers pick, whoever they were going to pick was going to determine how this draft went. If they took Mac Jones, there was going to be a mad scramble. If they took Trey Lance, I thought that Mac Jones would plummet, and I think that's certainly going to be the case now. I really don't see a team trading up for Mac Jones anymore.
Would anybody trade up for that tackle?
For Vera Tucker or Slater?
I don't think we see another quarterback taken for at least 3 more picks.
You're not Jake.
Way better looking.
That's
not
debatable. Not hard to do.
Oh, look at that. A safety will fall right into the Vikings' hands.
Trevon Moehrig?
You just
I would take Moehrig in the first round.
Because we need one.
Yeah?
We lost Harris. to a lot less money.
Yeah. It's Chargers.
A lot of mock drafts I saw had CeeLo going.
Uh-oh.
Jake.
It's all right.
Did you hit the fire?
We are.
The Denver Broncos acquired Teddy Bridgewater. I didn't do anything.
There we go.
Acquired Teddy Bridgewater here a couple days ago,
everything.
so they're probably out of the quarterback market.
Miller sits at the control panel, and we lose our shit.
Sorry,
Go
I
figure.
was.
I mean, you should probably move, but
I was gonna move. I gotta let the captain have his chair back.
Uh-oh.
What? Yeah.
That doesn't mean I cheated when I got my pick right.
I think it does.
It absolutely does.
I absolutely think it does. You know, you didn't have to. We didn't suspect you until you said that.
You're
so that's kind of on you now.
The pick is in, by the way. I am getting back to it on our TV, but at least I have it here, so it's all good.
Who do
We're
we get?
not watching. First off, it's Thursday, not Friday.
It is Thursday. I wish it was Friday.
What time does the draft start tomorrow?
I would drink a lot more beer.
6.
Okay, 6. Tomorrow night.
They do rounds 2 and 3, I think, tomorrow, and then the rest is on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're thinking Justin Fields on this one, huh?
I think it'll be Patrick
have no
Surtain.
idea.
I think it'll be Surtain. But knowing John Elway, I think he'll take his 437th attempt at a quarterback that isn't Peyton Manning.
Do they need a receiver or no?
I think they're set at receiver.
I have no idea what they need.
I think they need another corner.
I think they're going to go. I'm going to say they're going to either go linebacker or D line on this one.
Micah Parsons?
No, I don't want Parsons in Denver. I like him too much. Pay seems like a pretty decent edge rusher.
With the 9th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Pat Surtain Jr.
Called it.
They just stuck it to Dallas. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't matter. The Cowboys are now. I'm almost sure they're going to take Micah
Newsom.
Parsons.
Well, they're going to take Newsom.
You think they'll take Newsom?
I think they'll take Newsom now. He's been rising up boards for some odd reason. People are high on him, and it's
they need a new linebacker after, and they haven't even picked up Leighton Vander Esch's 5th-year option.
And that makes me wonder what's wrong with Leighton. I know he got hurt last year.
Dude, his head is going to fall off.
Collarbone and concussions.
But same thing that always happened to Lee before he retired.
Basically, only worse. No joke.
Yeah, it's not good for Vander Esch.
I mean, it was kind of a joke in there, but I really think his head's going to fall off.
I got it. So if you're a linebacker and you play for the Cowboys, what was all that?
What? Oh,
4 picks, 27 pass breakups since Surtain's career at Alabama. And, of course, he is the son of 3-time Pro Bowler cornerback Patrick Surtain.
Longtime
Hence,
Dolphins.
he is the second. Wow, look at that stat. Allowed sub-75 passer rating and coverage each season of his college career. Sub-75 passer rating.
It was a lot better before he played against
Jim
Lawrence.
Burrow and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Just a taste of what's coming in the pros. Not exactly. I would probably say half the teams in the league have a decent quarterback.
He's going to have to face Patrick Mahomes twice a year. So
that sucks.
There's that.
There is that.
I wouldn't feel great about it.
6'2", 208. What do you think he lines up? Does he line up on the X, the Y, or slot?
He'll be on the X.
Well, I mean, he's more of a zone cornerback than anything.
I think
with
Fuller,
that size.
Yeah, Fuller will start on the X this year, but I think Fuller's only in Denver for 1 year, so eventually it'll move to Surtain being on the X. Unless they extend Fuller, but that's a whole...
That's another day.
Right. Jake, did I miss a joke with your brother on Facebook?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. Can we share the joke?
I like where this is going.
I mean, I accidentally said it on the podcast, so I don't think it really matters.
Oh, okay. What was the joke? Share with us.
It was when I misspoke during a Square One read.
Oh,
that
when you meant to say seared instead
Seared
said,
salmon steak. Nailed it.
Yep, but instead you said semen salmon steak? Okay.
That's what I said.
Double checking.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
For all the ladies out there.
Terrible. Let's hear from Patrick Surtain.
Well, there is a lot of offense in the AFC West. Are you ready to defend the likes of Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready for the challenge. I'm just so excited. Emotions running through, man. I'm just so excited for this opportunity. I can't wait.
There's not a lot of good
Let's go
tall
to Charles Davis.
cornerbacks. When you're 6'2", 200, and you can run a 4.41, like, you can run with any receiver in this league.
So
he's going to be good.
Surtain, oh yeah. So are we all in agreement that Dallas is going defense?
How did they not go defense? Their defense
I'm all in
was
agreement
so
of you
terrible
speaking
last
into
year.
the microphone.
What?
They have to do something.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Talking to me?
Rude.
Somebody's got to steer
wait,
this shit.
I think
Denver
Rich
just
Eisen
traded
just
with
said Dallas just traded their pick.
with Minnesota. Just kidding. Whoa, we got phones going off and everything here.
The Eagles
Hold
traded.
on.
Timeout. The Eagles traded with the Cowboys.
Whoa.
Now the Eagles are on the clock at 10.
This brings me to my one point. Why would you ever trade with anybody in your own division, especially on draft day? They're taking Newsome right now.
Take Justin Fields.
Oh,
do
God.
it, Philadelphia.
Do it, Philly.
Complete your meltdown and take Justin Fields.
Oh my
Get
god.
your boy fired over here.
I quit right now if that happens. I'm done. No, you all can stay. I'm just going to go to bed.
Who's the backup there?
Y'all can stay. There's
For
still
the
plenty
Eagles,
of food.
Joe Flacco.
We got to empty the food table. This is really interesting. I cannot believe they did an in-division trade.
I need to see what the Cowboys got to actually trade with the Eagles.
Carl on Facebook agrees with you, Miller. You don't trade within your division, especially in the first round.
That's the cardinal sin of a GM right there.
Like,
unless you're getting like.
So did they just swap picks? We don't know that, do we?
I'm guessing a late round pick was swapped as well. No, we won't know. We won't know till a little bit later. Probably till.
Oh, here it is.
Here it is. There it is. Third round pick, 84th overall.
Okay, timeout. I'm going to say this.
That's it.
Eagles receive 10th overall pick. Cowboys get the 12th overall pick and a third round pick, which was I didn't
84.
see the
84
overall. Absolutely crazy.
What? Please take a quarterback because I just want to laugh at the Eagles right now. They're such a mess.
As you said, complete meltdown. Just let it happen.
Just finish
Become
the
the new
disaster that is the end of Howie Roseman's tenure in Philadelphia and take Justin Fields right now.
When the first stat they show for the Eagles is Miles Sanders being the best player in your team, you know things have gone south really fast.
I mean, Miles Sanders isn't a bad...
No, he's not, but he should never be the first guy on the board with stats.
Eldon says it almost has to be a quarterback here, which... Eldon, if you're right, I hope you're right, Eldon, because... I will cry.
That begs the question: are the Eagles the new Jets? Like just terrible picks.
I mean, it's too early
Terrible
to tell
signings.
because the Jets are rebuilding again. But I mean, NFL Network has Devontae Smith on screen right now. That should be the pick for the Eagles, in my opinion.
But that was never going to be the pick for the Cowboys.
But that was. You're right. That was never going to be the pick for the Cowboys.
Who was in between them?
The Giants. So they could have skipped the Giants to get Devontae Smith because the Giants.
But the Giants just signed John Ross and Galladay, so they were never taking Smith either.
You can't say that for certain. I mean, we can say for certain that the Cowboys were not going to take Devontae Smith.
Absolutely.
I mean, if they think the Giants were going to, I see this happening, but just trading within your division, like even 2 picks. Like,
and to your point, they showed Devonta Smith on the on TV, and he didn't look like he was getting a phone call.
He did not. No,
but
he
did
not.
shake his head no.
Like his phone was dead silent. He was playing Candy Crush.
People still play Candy Crush?
Yes, they do. He does.
What? Do any of you here play Candy Crush?
Shad does.
Play Candy Crush? Pick is in for the Eagles. Here we go.
Oh, God, I can't
This is
wait
going to
to
be
see
really
this.
interesting. This is nuts.
If I had another bottle of champagne, this would be the one.
I can't imagine my team trading with like the Packers for anything.
For a top 10 pick.
Oh, yeah,
Do the
right,
Vikings
exactly.
even have the Packers' phone number?
Yeah, to tell them to F off, probably.
They just send hate texts to him all the time.
Oh my Lord!
Seriously, they call the Vikings or the Vikings call the Packers, and all he says is this:
When Matthew Berry grades this first round tomorrow, they're getting an F for sure.
They should already
Doesn't
have that
matter
F.
who the pick is. I hope they take a quarterback, just like you said.
This
Francis.
has to be. I mean,
it's got to be Fields then, right?
If they take a quarterback, it's got to be Fields, and then Howie
I think
Roseman
it's
has to be given Das Boot.
I do think it's a tackle, though.
It's either got to be a tackle, a receiver, or a cornerback. Is it Darisaw or Slater?
I would have to say it'd be Slater. If
I
it
think
has
it's got
to
to be. I think it's got to be Slater. Because what? Jason Peters is what? 104 years old.
Yeah. His knees are like 120.
It could be Smith.
It's please be
Devontae
Justin
Smith?
Fields.
This might be the best pick of the night so far. Let's see what kind of
Facebook,
show.
you guys are a little ahead of us. We can, gamble on it.
Cowboys have traded the 10th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the
Facebook
10th
let us
pick
know.
in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Devontae Smith.
Yeah, that was
Wide
to jump the
receiver,
Giants because the
Alabama.
Giants would have taken him. Yep.
I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna throw a bet.
Hey, Facebook, you guys are about a minute ahead of us on the feed, and we are watching. We don't want to spoil it. I mean, obviously, we can't stop you guys from commenting who the pick is, but if you could help us keep our reactions genuine, that would be great. Yeah, Carl. It was Carl Scaro too.
100%.
He was the
Good
one
call,
who did
Chad.
it. He's getting called out by everybody right now, Carl.
The correct pronunciation for my man Carl is Scaro.
Is it Scaro? Yeah, Shad's pointing his finger at you right now, Carl.
God
All right.
damn it, Carl!
This is the pivotal point of the draft. We're past the top 10 now, so
Yeah, we are through the
Let's,
10 picks.
any bets on who the Giants are taking here?
Giants will trade back now, I think. I
don't mean this in any bad way, but whoever the Giants take is going to get hurt and die, and it's going to be unfortunate.
It's going to get hurt and die.
And I feel bad for this person. It's not their fault, but the Giants are drafting him.
The
so
Giants?
It's bad. It's just bad.
Darkness, my old friend.
Now, does anybody else need an offensive lineman, another tackle, before the Vikings?
Chargers, one pick
Chargers
in front
do.
of them.
Yeah.
The Cowboys could use an offensive lineman too. Ask Dak Prescott's leg.
Or what's
Hey,
left of
that
it.
was on a scramble, though, bro.
Yeah, that was his fault.
Just let me have this, okay?
Well, it's just you're just going to do the
I like
same
where
thing
you're
like you
going
did
with
with the
that.
Cincinnati Bengals,
Yeah.
blaming the O-line
Yeah.
for Joe Burrow's knee injury.
Yeah.
Do you think they hung out in the offseason
At least
and
I'm
compared
consistent,
scars?
right?
Whatever.
Love you.
Shut up.
Wow.
Oh, yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going home.
I don't believe you should ever take a receiver who doesn't weigh at least 180
Francis
pounds
is
in
probably
the
still
first
blaming
round.
the Eagles line for Carson Wentz getting hurt.
Well, I didn't
Well,
hear
that
you.
one was accurate. The Eagles' offensive line the last 2 years has been like world-class terrible. Also, all
Chicago moved up.
Oh my! All right, so Chicago Bears have traded with the Dallas Cowboys.
Bleep is getting real
I think as
now.
Francis stated that if the Eagles didn't trade up and get Smith, that the Giants probably were going to take him. Good job.
Yep.
This is a quarterback, right?
Oh, they're playing highlights of me,
This is
Duncan.
quarterback.
Chicago moving up 10 spots, yeah.
Wow, you got athletic and a tan, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So they jumped
Mac
the Patriots.
Jones.
So
if it's Mac Jones,
do the Patriots jump the Vikings to get the next quarterback that the Vikings might accidentally take?
Vikings ain't taking a quarterback, so I don't think they have to worry about it.
I don't think they will.
They could probably. Well, I don't know. Bears got the number 11 overall pick from the Giants for something. We're not entirely sure what it is yet.
But the Bears are on the. I'll be honest. The more I was like watching NFL Network and reading mock drafts, the more I thought to myself, if things go a certain way, the Bears will trade up to get their quarterback. I think this worked. I think this is going to be Justin Fields here. I really do.
Do you ever wonder why it takes so long for the pick to come in after the trade's been done? Because you think if they made a trade to jump up 10 spots, they have to have their eye on somebody.
Right.
So why are we waiting 2.5 minutes for the pick to come in?
I think what happens is the clock will reset, or like they get like an additional couple minutes. Yeah.
They reset the clock, but why are we waiting the 2 minutes? Because they must already have.
Here it is. Chicago gets the 11th overall pick. New York gets the 20th overall pick, the 5th round pick, 2022 first round pick, and a 2022 4th round pick.
Whoa.
All of that for the 11th overall pick.
All of that for Justin Fields.
Francis, you had a hell of a reaction there. I want your thoughts.
To me, that screams Justin Fields.
Oh, hell yeah.
That screams Justin Fields means if I'm playing psychic here or whatever, the Patriots get Mac Jones at 15.
I feel like the Cowboys should be on the Eagles' door knocking like, we need more. I mean, looking at how much the Bears basically just emptied the grain sack and was like, take what you need.
But that was only 2 spots, not
Yeah. Eagles moved up 2. The Bears moved up 10. The pick is in.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Hey. Huh? It's always been. Hands up, who thinks it's Mac Jones?
Mac Jones.
Who thinks it's Justin Fields? Who doesn't care? There you go, Chad.
Well, there's that.
I was looking at Shad the whole time. He's like, who are these people? Who are these people?
Mac Fields.
Mac Fields and Josh Joe. What? Wait.
Dude, you are the worst offender.
Josh Fields
For
goes
the
to
microphone?
OSU.
Oh, volume-wise? Oh, my bad.
Hey, give me a beer.
Eldon's calling first-round kicker for the Bears right now.
It's only the first level.
Give me one of those Busch Lights. Chad, it's kind of impossible that your daughter has met Justin.
Oh, I'll take it. I have one here.
Here, Shad.
So who's going to be on the clock? Is it Cowboys?
The Bears are on the clock right now.
Bears pick
Dallas
is
is
in,
next.
Cowboys are on the clock.
Yep.
Yeah, jump over.
Waiting for this opportunity to pick a
Pick us
quarterback.
in. We
They're
got
like,
Goodell
here we
walking
go.
up right now.
Commissioner Goodell is going to the podium. Boo.
We don't even care.
It's going to be bad. Bears fans are going to riot.
Through this year's draft-a-thon, the NFL is supporting our nation's path to recovery from COVID-19 by focusing on the critical issues of mental health, food insecurity, health disparities, and the digital divide. Throughout the pandemic, health disparities widen in communities of color, indigenous communities, and for older and rural Americans. We're joining forces with the CDC Foundation as part of a draft-a-thon to meet the basic needs like nutrition, safety, and health. Carlos Nelson, who's behind me, has been doing just that, leading the Greater Auburn Gresham Development Corporation in Chicago. His dream of creating a federally qualified health center to provide medical care in his neighborhood is becoming a reality with support from the Chicago Bears.
Why don't you stop talking for a while?
In 2022. Congratulations, Carlos, and please take it away with the Bears selection.
Boy, how exciting is this? With the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my Chicago Bears select Justin Fields.
Oh, there it is.
Ohio State.
Well, it's official. Justin Fields is the new quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
And all three Bears fans just cried a little.
All three Bears fans just started sobbing.
Better than what they've got.
They got the Red Rider, man.
Yeah, I stand by my comment.
Hey, leave Opie alone.
I mean, honestly, it's not a bad pick for them to spend. They didn't lose anything or gain anything, but I mean, they got another quarterback on the roster. Who else did they have?
So now it's Fields, nobody. Andy Dalton, and Nick Foles.
They gave away their first rounder next year and
their second
this year.
Yeah, I retract my statement.
Yeah,
I was in the bathroom when they were.
They gave up a lot.
Actually,
I mean, Justin Fields better be the guy. Matt Nagy better figure his offense out right quick. I mean, Nagy and Ryan Pace, the GM of the Bears, they're on their last legs anyway in Chicago. So
this is like their last gasp, I think.
So does it really matter that they traded next year's first round? Does it really matter they traded next year's first round pick if they end up both getting fired after this year anyway? They don't really care.
I suppose not. But why would you sign off on that if you're the GM or if you're the owner?
I think it's all apparent that the owner of the Chicago Bears really doesn't care. Look at his teams over the last 10 years.
I stand corrected.
You're here.
Oh, that's the Lions.
Question from Eldon on Facebook.
Yes.
Does Justin Fields start right away? My answer is yes. I don't know who else they have other than Andy Dalton, but I think, why don't you start him right away? What's the reason why you wouldn't start him right away?
Week 5. Week 5.
Because Andy Dalton might suddenly become good is from the gallery. What else we got?
I would say they're going to...
He wants to clarify that that's a joke.
I would say they're going to give Andy Dalton a shot. And probably week 4 or 5, as soon as they start getting out of the playoff race, which they inevitably will.
Sure.
Then that's when they give the reins to the rookie and they say, just go do what you do.
I think Dalton will start week 1. I mean, the Bears have come out and said he's going to start week 1, but I think they said that with the belief that Justin Fields, like no top 5 quarterback was going to get to them, or they weren't going to have that opportunity. Mm-hmm. I still think they're going to stick with Dalton unless Justin Fields picks up Matt Nagy's offense right away and can get going. I think it's still Andy Dalton for at least 5 games.
And I'll be the first one to say is I rip Ohio State quarterbacks left and right because none of them have ever been big time in the NFL.
Nope.
But he never he didn't start at Ohio State. He was a Georgia guy.
He was a Georgia guy, yep.
So maybe there's hope for him yet.
Well, I mean, he played all of his games at Ohio State, though. Like, he became a starter at Ohio. The reason he left Georgia is because he wasn't the starter.
True.
Or he just smokes Dalton in training camp.
Yep. That's the only way I see Fields starting week 1.
I firmly believe they go with Andy Dalton to start, and then as soon as things start going south for
Cowboys pick is in.
They know who they're
12th
getting.
pick. Do we not have Facebook Live right now? It says videos interrupted. Yep. Facebook, we still love you if you can hear us.
Nobody said anything
Do
controversial.
we just have too much going on here today, Jake?
We might.
They might be Packer fans. Maybe you made too many jokes about Aaron Rodgers.
There it looks like we're back.
So, as far as the Cowboys, I think we talked about linebacker or defensive back.
Wait, you're going to let Seth run the board before me?
Yes.
Rude.
He knows skill.
Wow. Wow.
I hope you run the board better than you pitch.
Hey, I give up a lot of home runs now. Isn't that the goal?
My bad, I take it back.
I don't know. Running the board is a lot different than serving cookies. It's fine.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, boy.
We love you, Seth.
Finish him.
Flawless victory.
We love you, Seth.
We can do Mortal Kombat endings all day long. Huh? Get over here.
Anybody seen the new Mortal Kombat movie?
Yeah, it's great.
Was it good?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the movie theater and actually see it, though.
I think I'm going to watch it this weekend, I think.
I watched it on HBO Max. Shout out to HBO Max. Pick us up. You
All right,
need
Seth.
all of this.
With the Dallas Cowboys picked at 12th overall here in Cleveland. Appears to be some more fun coming up on the stage here.
Farley is born right, Jason.
Through Draftathon, we're partnering with Mental Health America to support resources for those that need it. Kanikia Bedrine, an Army veteran from Dallas, struggled with anxiety and depression after returning from Iraq. She turned her struggle into triumph and is now a licensed social worker who provides mental health counseling. Kanikia, we thank you for your service and all you do to continue to help others during this challenging time. Please do us the honor of making the Cowboys pick.
If she was reading the name for any other team, she'd be really awesome. Oh boy.
Yes! And with the 12th pick in the 2021 the NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Michael Parsons.
Hey! The exact team I didn't want him to go to.
I think this is also a good point for us to mention that Drew Pearson is slated to make the pick for the Cowboys tomorrow.
Here we go. He is going to be an absolute stud for a team I hate. God.
They had to replace Sean Lee, so.
We played Dallas this year, don't the Vikings play Dallas this year, don't they?
Oh, man. You know, Dallas is pretty partial about their Penn State linebackers, though. You know, Sean Lee, going back a little bit. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But he was a good one.
Hey, you said something nice about Dallas, and it probably killed.
You know, it's...
All right, I just wanted to throw it out there. We got about a half an hour before I have to switch feeds on Spreaker.com, so stick with us. We're going to have to cut it off around 3-hour mark because that's all Spreaker allows me to do on live. But
yeah, do it.
Should I do it now?
Do it now before
Cool.
the Vikings pick.
All right, Spreaker, I'm going to let you go for about 5 minutes here. Tune back in, though, because we have a lot of draft left, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
We are still on Facebook Live, correct?
We are still on Facebook Live.
All
We're
right.
good there. But, yes, Spreaker, we will see you in about 5 minutes on a new feed. Thanks for listening, and I hope you come back.
All right, so